What's up, good people? We are back in the building, and I didn't do a mic check, but the mic is coming through loud and clear. Hopefully, I sound good. Hopefully, I sound good. Y'all have to let me know that as people come in here. Y'all have to let me know how I'm sounding. But either way it go, let's get ready to go. Let's get it. Make sure y'all hit the like button as you make your way into the building. Make sure you hit the like button as you're catching it live or you're catching it after it's uploaded. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mumia Obsidian Ali. You know who I am. I need no introduction, right? And you're listening to the Grown Man Hour with my man Bernard Riley, heard weekdays right here on YouTube. What do you think about that? How about that? Now let's get back on with the show. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? Here again, starting a little later. Yes, the setup is tweaked. It's sort of tweaked back to where it was previously, with a few different, a few modifications. I'll be tweaking this thing regularly. It's never a finished product. It's never a finished product with me. But shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate all of y'all coming on through. Shout out to the early bird squad, those that make it in bright and early before we even get things started. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to E. Capone in the building, dropping the first comment. Shout out to Marcus Tipton saying Jada again. The story keeps growing. It keeps evolving. New layers keep getting added every day. I be trying to leave it alone, but some people go live covering this stuff. Every new wrinkle, reportedly Jada Pinkett Smith burped without saying excuse me, and she burped in Will's face without saying excuse me. Post slap. Somebody will see. People who cover that be getting 3,000 people in the box. Some people will cover this from any angle and get 3,000 people in the box. I'm like, it's not that much to cover. But her giving a response to it, I was waiting on that. I was waiting to hear if she ever said anything after the fact. I was waiting on that, and that was something I was kind of waiting to cover because I wanted to hear what she was going to say. I did want to hear what she was going to say, and she didn't let me down. She didn't let me down at all. Like, not at all. But really, You just gonna name yourself that, huh? You're just gonna name yourself that, and I gotta say it now. It's on my screen now. I gotta say it. Sodomy Clown says it has to be lonely as hell up under that bus for Willard. You just gonna name yourself Sodomy Clown. The Mac the Trucker in the building says salute Bernard digging the setup. Thank you. Appreciate it. Who else we got in here? Kunami in the building says I like the music. Appreciate it. TD Hutch in the building says I knew BR was gonna get into this when I saw the I don't need nobody to defend me from her. Man, I'm thinking of an all-star panel classic. Yeah, maybe we'll see. But Logan JJ, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody in the building. I see everybody in this joint, everybody filing on in. Shout out to Feminine Melanin, aka Jada LaRue, shaking my head. He says, I know my day moving slow when seeing an alert from YouTube / Bernard Riley excites my okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, it excites my day. Okay. All right. All right. Shout out to Indigenous TV. Shout out to everybody in the building. But let's get into one thing I gotta check that I meant to check before I came on the air. One thing I want to check before I dig further into this real quick. I gotta check something real quick. Check something real quick before we get okay, no. All right, that didn't happen. No, I got a weird email. Like somebody, okay, I thought somebody's channel got taken down. I'm not even gonna speak on that no further, but I had to check that real quick. had to check on that real quick. Somebody said blue pill rage. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who's blue pill raging. But it's some weird stuff. There's some weird stuff going on and going down. I'll dig right into it. I'll go ahead and dig right into this thing. Not gonna hold y'all up with a bunch of perfunctory, as David Carroll used to call it. About to pull the article right up, about to read it, get into it, give some commentary on it. There it is right there as you see it. Jada Pinkett Smith wishes Will didn't slap Chris Rock at the Oscars. They agree he overreacted. The reactor, the person who pushed the button to make the all right. Let's get into it. Jada Pinkett Smith is not angry with Will Smith after he slapped Chris Rock at the 2022 Oscars, but she wishes he didn't get physical with the comedian. She wishes he didn't get physical with the comedian. Now there is some slight gray area in the midst of it. And again, that's the plausible deniability that a lot of women will operate in. They will move and operate in this realm of plausible deniability where they can more or less say that, hey, I didn't say do that. Oh, yes, of course. I wanted something to be done, but I didn't say do that. Somebody disrespected me. Oh, so you just gonna sit here and let him disrespect me? You just gonna stand by and let that happen? You just gonna sit idly by why that happens? And he's like, no, I ain't gonna stand idly by. And he get up and he go do something. And he completely stump a hole in somebody. And now he doing 2 years in prison. Well, I ain't want you to do all that. You was talking junk, called him a bitch, mushed his head, and said he better get out, he better do something. Well, I ain't want you to do that. It does reek of that. Now, it was some people debating, like, where, you know, it was like, okay, why y'all blaming Will for why y'all blaming Jada for Will Smith's actions? He's a grown man. He got up and made his decision and did what he wanted to do. She can't control him. Was he supposed to get up, go run, and grab him? Like, no, I don't think she was supposed to do that. Once the horse left the stable, it was nothing that could be done. But you can't be that person. You can't be that person who's the person who sends out the sign or the signal or the, you know, you can't be that person and then some stuff go down. You can't instigate a fight, okay? You can't instigate a fight and then say, "Hey, I don't know why Richard hit Jimmy. Yeah, I called Richard a bitch ass nigga for letting Jimmy say what he said about him. I insulted him. Yes, I did. I insulted him for letting that go down. But I don't know why he got mad and punched him. I don't know. Beats me. I didn't see that coming. Carter's Diner Chris in the building with the support, dropping the 5 on it. And since I'm dropping clips, we just for old time's sake and tradition, any man who didn't have a problem with something, then all of a sudden when his lady says he had a problem with it, then all of a sudden now that man wants to get up and fight. That man is a
beta.
Beta. Oh no.
Beta male.
All right. That don't get old. That don't get old.
Beta.
Thank you, Jesse Lee Peterson, for giving us that. That will not ever get old. We will use that forever in all ways. It doesn't matter. It does not matter one bit. It does not matter one bit. Yeah. So that's the thing with that. That's the thing with that. That's the problem with that. When you can't be an instigator and then say, I had no idea. How do my audio sound, y'all? Because I'm on a different mic. This is the desk mic, and the other mic is literally knocked over on the floor. But I didn't adjust any settings, so even though y'all can hear me, I might sound far away. So y'all, let me know real quick how I sound. And I'm not asking whether or not you can hear me. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Exactly what you said. Sounds crisp and clear. That's what those are the exact words I was looking for. Because I know y'all can hear me because the mics are turned on, but this one was turned down and the one that's far away from me is turned up. So y'all could be picking up could be picking me up from a mic that's on the other side of the room, which means I can sound distant. But if y'all say it sounds crisp and clear, audio is great, I'm hearing. Okay, cool. Y'all are saying perfect. All right, cool. All right. Getting back into the article. But she wishes he didn't get physical with the comedian. You wanted. Let's try to imagine real quick. Let's try to imagine how that would go if she would have did the whole little side eye and looked at him and mugged him, and he's sitting there, and then he look over at her, and then he stopped smiling, but then he don't get up and do nothing. It would be audio and it would be video on tape of him, ha 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 ha. Like that would be on tape if he didn't get up. Her side-eyeing him made him he had to do something. I just wonder how that would have looked. It's like, so she can't say, she can't say, I wish he didn't do that. He was left in a situation where he had to do something. You just can't go from ha 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 ha. You can't do that. You can't just transition from laughing, see your woman mugging, and then stop laughing, but then not do nothing. So it's like so because of that, she can't step back and then say, oh, I wish you didn't do nothing. I wish you didn't do that. No. Feminine melanin saying she side-eye Chris. No, it was both. It was both. I could play the tape to prove it. It's like she looked up at Chris, she looked back at Will, and then looked back at Chris. And so we could assume off camera she did look back at Will. She was going back and forth between both of them. She was going back and forth between both of them. I be seeing you be trying to pardon Jada. I be seeing you be low key trying to give her pardon. I be seeing you. You be trying to help her plead guilty to a lesser charge. I be catching you. I know you team Jada over there. I know. She team Jada all day. Oh man. All right, digging back into the article, and y'all probably can't even read what it's saying, but either way it go, I'll read it for you. But some of y'all probably already seen it by now, because this is going on a day old, going on not quite 24 hours old yet. But it's okay. Let's see. It was in the heat of the moment. It's like every line of this just reeks of nonsense. Because in the heat of the moment, he wasn't hot. He was cool. He was cold. You can't say, oh, it was in the heat of the moment. You was the only one heated. You was the only one heated. It was in the heat of the moment. And it was him over. Man, this hey, this little write-up is just gold. This is gold. It was him overreacting. No. She initially overreacted. Let's put it like this. If she would have said it was him overreacting to me, then it would have been cool. Then she would be at least saying something that lines up with what actually happened. If she would have said it was in the heat of the moment and he overreacted to my discontent, to my facial expression, to me being upset about what was said, he overreacted to me. If she was saying that, then it would be no problem. But she's acting like in the heat of the moment when he wasn't heated, he overreacted to what Chris said. If she would have just simply said, yeah, he overreacted to my expression, to the expression on my face. I could damn near get in the car and ride with that. I could damn near get in the car and ride with that. It was in the heat of the moment, and it was him overreacting. He knows that. He knows that she knows that. Okay, so this is, I hate that this is coming from it's like somebody is quoting her. All right. This person who, and just for the record, Will Smith or Jada Pinkett Smith hasn't come out and confirmed or denied the validity of this. I mean, it just takes, you can really just quickly just put it out there that, hey, this ain't me, I didn't say this. So I think it's safe to just operate under the assumption that she said it, but the person is writing it from the perspective of, somebody who talked to her. So anyway, so he says it was in the heat of the moment and it was him overreacting. He knows that, she knows that. They're in agreement that he overreacted. I know what a domino rally is, right? You know, one chip falls and then the other one falls and then the other one falls. But it just we gonna leap or we gonna skip a whole flight of stairs and say he overreacted, but not acknowledging, okay, she overreacted and then he overreacted to her. He didn't overreact to what Chris said. He overreacted to her reaction. If they were saying that, they wouldn't get much argument from me. A source exclusively tells U.S. Weekly about where the couple stands now. Oh, they look so happy right there in that picture. Don't they look like a big happy couple? I'm just playing. But anyway. During the 94th Annual Academy Award, Rock 57. God dang. New Jack, like he said in that joke when he was, this was a long time ago when he said he was 40. People was shocked. He was like, New Jack City was a long time ago. Like, damn, like, New Jack City was really a long time ago. He 57? Dang. I didn't know that. Like Chris Rock is getting up there. And during the 94th Annual Academy Award, Rock 57 made a joke about the Girls Trip star shaved head. They couldn't find another movie. Well, okay, I guess anyway. The Girls Trip star shaved head after Pinkett Smith 50 rolled her eyes. Low down dirty shame was a long time ago. After Pinkett Smith 50 rolled her eyes at the comment, her husband 53 approached the stage and slapped the Saturday Night Live alum. They just keep throwing out random information. I forgot Chris Rock was on Saturday Night Live. Okay, Will Smith just smacked the ish out of me. The South Carolina native, random information. The South Carolina native said in censored footage that later circulated online as he returned to his seat. The Suicide Squad. the suicide mission that they're talking about Suicide Squad, the movie he was in. The Suicide Squad star yelled back at Rock, "Keep my wife's name out of your mouth." The grown-up star, oh my goodness, they are overdoing the career attribute dropping. They overdoing it. Maybe that's just a thing in writing. You don't want to just repeatedly say the person's name. You don't want to say he or she or the person's name repeatedly. So you just name something that they did. Maybe that's a writing thing that writers do. I don't know, but this is just weird. The grown-up star responded that he wouldn't discuss Pinkett Smith again. All right. The incident came 3 months after the Scream 2. She was only in Scream 2 for like 5 seconds. At the opening scene before the opening credits, she stood up and got stabbed, and then the movie went on about its day. She was just a prop. The incident came 3 months after Scream 2 actress took to social media to address her hair loss as a result of alopecia. Now, shout out to Mike Epps. Mike Epps rightfully pointed out, because a lot of comedians doing a little stand-up, so it's a lot of little cell phone footage out there of comedians responding to it on stage. And Mike Epps was like, hell, she always been bald-headed. Mike Epps was like, she always just had just a little piece of hair right there. And that's true. That's true. Jada Pinkett has always walked around with short hair, and that's why I didn't think, other than when I saw her full just scalped, just like a Montel Williams. Other than when I saw her like that, that's when I thought, okay, maybe it's a problem. But when I saw her with basically like what they call a big chop, when they put so much perm in their hair and they want to cut it off and start over. When I saw her with that, I just thought, hey, she just rocking. That's just comfortable. She 50. She married to a rich man. He ain't going nowhere. She can do what she want to do, how she want to do it, and just it's probably a lot of feminists. They either shave their hair off or color it purple or whatever. Who knows? Who knows? I could have been just some ideological comfort. Who knows? I was just I had no idea. I had no. So I'm thinking like, what's the difference between a big chop and just wearing a nice little regular short dude? Even though, like I always say, Jada Pinkett, Nia Long, Halle Berry, Toni Braxton was for the baddest black women on earth in the early to mid 90s, and they all rocked a short hairdo. They all did. All of them. All of them. But oh no, get out of there, Stoic One. He said he think the alopecia is cap. Get out of there. she ain't gonna sit there and fake alopecia. She not gonna do that. No. she not gonna sit there and fake alopecia. But Mike Epps, it was so funny. That was funny as hell. Mike Epps, one of the most underrated comedians. His funniest jokes be sounding like stuff that he didn't even write. His ad lib be funny. He got like the funniest ad lib ever. Maybe he be writing that, but he just do it in a way where it sounds like he just made it up on the fly. He's like, shit, she always been bald head. I'm gonna say, you trying to look like Tupac, man. Yeah, silly. But yeah, she when if she ever not been bald? She always kept a short do. She always kept a short do. As I say, Mike Epps is trash. You tripping, uneducated lane. Mike Epps is funny. Mike Epps is funny. He ain't my favorite, but he is funny as hell. Mike Epps is funny. You tripping. All right. Now at this point, I can only laugh. Yeah, I know I've been struggling with stage 5 cancer. I mean, alopecia. I've been struggling with alopecia, not stage 5 cancer. And just all of a sudden one day, look at this line right here. Okay, they talking about that video where she had a line. See, that's why, yeah, she ain't capping the Mac the Trucker with the alopecia. It was a little line going across her head where it was just no follicles at all. Like, not even that little stubble, the 5 o'clock shadow, none of that. But she said about her scalp via Instagram, December 21st, 2021. I'm sorry, December 2021. Now, this is going to be a little bit more difficult for me to hide. So I thought I'd just share it so y'all not asking any questions. Well, you can hide it with a wig, but anyway. But mama's going to put some rhinestones in there, and I'm going to make it a little crown. That speaks to the video that I played in the last time that I covered this, where she was basically saying, I'm gonna rock this bald head, and I don't care what nobody got to say about it. And I'm, she was basically like I do my quote. I've been saying, she basically came out with an energy of, say it loud, I got alopecia and I'm proud and I'm representing and I'm about to do this and I don't care what nobody think. She basically opened the door for people to talk about it. She announced that she had it. She did a video where she got dressed up, put on her makeup and her big earrings and was looking good and was like, hey, I'm about to work this. I'm about to rock this. And I'm about to be proud of me and my own skin. And I am woman, hear me roar. And this is what it is. And let's go. That's the energy she gave off. She gave off that energy, which basically indicated that it is on the table to talk about. Earlier that year, Pinkett Smith gushed about her spouse's support amid her decision to shave her head. See? He loves it, the Maryland native said during the September 21 episode of Red Table Talk. It was just time. I was just ready for that kind of expression and release. I'm so glad I did it. It was such a beautiful experience and such a freedom. I feel more connected to myself and to the great what did I say? Oh damn, I got it closer right here. And the great diving in a special way. I was just like, I'm over it. I was just like, I'm over it. It was that moment. I was like, I'm done. I'm just done with the worry. I'm done with the care. I'm just done. That's important. That's important to the whole schema of things. That's important to the whole schema of this whole thing. That she do not care. She does not care. So it made no sense for her to get up in arms about it. It made no sense for her to get up in arms about it. Okay, now this is the interesting part. This is the part I was trying to make it to. I probably should have skipped this last part, but anyway, I went on and read through it. But this is the interesting part right here. Y'all hit the like button. We got 338 people in the box. 338 people in the box. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm missing super chats because I don't got the screen up. Typical of fail to not stand behind her man. Well, she kind of halfway trying to stay behind him. Sponsor use Riley Pinkett for 50% off hair cream. I don't know what you're doing with that one. I don't know what to do with that one. I'm just gonna move on. I don't know what to do with that joke. I don't know what to do with that. But, give me a second. Give me a second. I got too much up right now, and I'm getting lost in my screens. Give me a second. All right, here's the interesting part. According to the Insider, A Different World alum, oh my goodness, just dropping everything. The A Different World alum didn't want Smith to get in an altercation to defend her. She's not one of these women that needs protecting. She's not one of these women that need protecting. That part right there. After the whole backlash from it, I mean, not even, I wouldn't say backlash, the whole campaign strategy, the whole marketing strategy, the whole, what's the word I'm trying to look for here? The whole damage control schema of what they were trying to do is to guise it all under protection. That was what they did. That was the plan. That was the strategy. Okay. That was the plan. That was the strategy. Let's not make no mistakes about that. The publicist talked to him after every single commercial break, and he went up talking about Tiffany Haddish quadrupled down on the protection. There's so many black women all over the internet. Basically, they keep resurrecting the Malcolm X quote about the black woman being the most unprotected person on earth. They're going to keep bringing that up, no matter what. But to just say that I'm not that person that needs protecting, it blows my mind. It's like they will say they don't have something. They will make a big production about not having it. But then when they get it, and they get it on steroids, they turn around and tell you they don't need it. Y'all notice this type of thing. It happens. For example, let's just say when something happens, something goes down, and then they go start a GoFundMe. Okay, they start a GoFundMe for some frivolous reason. Okay, this happens all the time. They'll start those fake frivolous GoFundMes over nothing. Go fund nothing. They'll start a GoFundMe out of nowhere. Okay, they'll need to raise $25,000 because something happened, some tragedy, something bad happened. They need $25,000 to pay for some expensive little nucks funeral expenses. Who knows? I don't know. Just plug in anything. I shouldn't even plug in a death. But yeah, they'll need $25,000 on their GoFundMe. Then all of a sudden they get that 25,000, and then they raise the amount they need to 50,000, and then they mess around and get that 50,000. Then they got their original speech there about how they needed 25,000 for this, that, and this, but then they keep raising it up to the point that they get 100,000, then they get 150,000. And then they finally shut it down. And then when somebody criticizes them for all that money that they raised for something that that was only, cost roughly 25,000, they didn't raise 150,000, and then they get criticized for it. What's the first thing they always say? Well, I didn't need that money anyway. I don't need y'all money. I don't need all this money that I just spent all this time telling y'all that I needed and adjusting the GoFundMe for. They will do stuff like that all the time. Beg for it, say that they need it, make you feel bad for not giving it, shame you for not giving it. Then they get it in overabundance. Well, I need your help anyway. Like, that's essentially what's going on there. That's essentially the same thing. That's essentially that same type of thing that she's doing right there, pulling the I didn't need it. I didn't need the protection. And go back to what I said. What would have happened had Will Smith would have heard the joke and just ha 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 laughed, big belly laugh, as they say, let out a big belly laugh, and then while he in the middle of ha 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 ha, he look over at her and then see her side eyeing, see her mad, and then he'll instantly stop laughing. And just imagine how goofy he would have looked then. That's the reason her saying she didn't need protection and she didn't want him to do nothing. But how much of a punk would he have looked like had he got side-eyed by her and then just stopped laughing and just sat there? So again, you can hold him accountable and say, yes, he overreacted, like she said in the article. She said he overreacted, but he overreacted to her. He overreacted to her overreaction. He overreacted to her overreaction. That's what it was. That's what it was. So for her to pull the I don't need protect, I'm not let me make sure I word that just right. She's not one of these women that needs protecting. The contradiction in that is that when you're married to one of the richest and powerful, and yes, powerful, you can get up and slap a man on stage at the Oscars, sit down in your seat, laugh at all the jokes going forward in the show like none of that happened, and get up and accept your award and become the victim while accepting your award. Yeah, you're powerful. You're married to one of the richest and most powerful men on earth. That is your protection. So don't say you don't need protection. Like, come on. It's like the hypocrisy and the nonsense and the just faulty logic that you hear when people, when some of them, when some of them try to talk and try to explain that, it blows my mind. According to the Insider, the Different World alum didn't want Smith to get in an altercation to defend her. She's not one of these women that needs protecting. He didn't need to do what he did. She didn't need protecting. She's not a wallflower. The source shared, she's a strong woman. That reminds me of South Park is so funny. I haven't been watching lately, but they created a character called Strong Woman. And she was like the assistant principal or something like that. Her name was literally Strong Woman because she was a strong woman. And she competed. It's a completely another subject, so I don't even want to get too far in it. But yeah, I saw the clip where some guy, was competing in women's competition, track and field, and all kind of it was all kind of stuff, everything from boxing to sprinting to you name it. But he was competing in that, and he was competing as a woman. But anyway, it's a completely separate story. But anyway, just when it said she's a strong woman, it reminded me of South Park. An opinionated woman. Yes, she is opinionated, and she can fight her own battles, but she will stand by him. She will stand by him while stepping aside from him for not taking any accountability in her actions and everything that she's been doing over time to have him in a heightened emotional state to where when he saw her looking all offended at this or that or blah blah blah. Jada, you want me to drop the link? You about to come up here and defend Jada? Hey, Jada. Yeah, your name is Jada. Her name is Jada. Anyway, she's a strong, opinionated woman. She could fight her own battles, but she did still sick her simp enforcer on another man. But she could fight her own battles. Instigators trying to separate themselves from the fight. The couple who have been married since 1997 receive support from their loved ones amid the scandal. They protect their family. They're all about their family. Well, they protect their family, but Jada don't need no protection. They're all about their family and their kids. They've done everything to build this life for themselves. The source continued about the pair who share son Jada 23 and daughter Willow 21. They are very much protected in their own lives and do the absolute best they can to protect their loved ones. All right, almost through with the article. I will put the link in there. Give me a second. Oh damn, this is an early link. Well, I'll put it in there early, but I'll probably go like 10 minutes on it. But hold on, let's see. I'll put it in there. We'll see what happens. See if feminine melanin want to come up and defend the despicable. Not just playing. Excuse me. Since the incident, Smith issued an apology for the unacceptable, inexcusable actions that took place during the award show. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line. I was wrong. I am embarrassed, and my actions were not indicative of the man. Okay, we already know that part. The I Am Legend star added, I would like to apologize to the Academy. We already know that part. Okay. Pinkett Smith, for her part, seemingly reacted to the situation when shared. Okay, now this is the part where they're talking about Jada Pinkett Smith. Her part, she played in it, but they're gonna skip like 8 flights of stairs. Jada Pinkett Smith, for her part, seemingly reacted to the situation when she shared an Instagram quote on Tuesday, March 29th, which read, "This is a season for healing, and I'm here for it." This is a season for healing, and I'm here for it. That's the only direct quote that somebody could pull out of her from the whole incident. There were other things that she said, that was more or less in the article, that that were quoted from an insider. Things that were quoted or put out there from an insider, mind you. So we could take it with a grain of salt to some degree. We just don't exactly 100% know if it was her, but we don't have that much of a reason to deny or to think that it wasn't. We don't got that much of a reason to think that it wasn't her. It's a good chance it was her that said all of those things. It actually kind of lines up. It actually kind of makes sense that she would want protection. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah. want to be protected, get overprotected, and then and then say she don't need to be protected. It kind of lines up. But anyway, either way, without I'm gonna bring up who we got. We got Jada LaRue in the building.
Good morning.
Feminine Melanin. Good morning. You here to defend Jada?
Yes, I came up to be the unofficial publicist today.
Nope. Go. I'm just playing.
It seems like you've already just said it right before I came up. I was just going to say that officially, I just like people to understand that they said this is the insider that said that. This is not what Jada has said. That's why the article says she, not I. These are not Jada Pinkett Smith's exact words. Okay, she
Why
has
why
not
does
come
it
out and said that at all. She likes
why
her
does
voice
it matter?
protected.
Why does it
Um,
matter that it wasn't her exact words, but it was somebody who spoke to her and was quoting her?
because that is not a quote. It is said that it's an insider. I call cap. I don't believe that is true.
Why
So,
why why didn't Will and Jada come out and say that no, that's not us. We didn't say that.
uh, probably don't even know it exists at this moment. Who knows? Doesn't matter. They don't have to respond to everything. But like they said, they may be talking about it on the Red Table Talk, so they ain't got to give anybody else that extra notice. So if they
Okay,
wanted to
but
get her word
if
from her and not some fake insider.
if it was not her position that she's not some woman that needs some protecting, or that I can fight my own battles, I'm opinionated, I am woman, hear me, if that's not her position, but somebody is putting her position out, putting it out there that that's her position in a way that's, that at least looks reputable to the point to where major publications are going with the story, I think it would just make sense. Like she could end all speculation in one tweet and say that I haven't spoke to any insider.
Maybe that's what they'll do on Red Table Talk. The point is that anybody can say they got an insider. Anybody can say what everybody wants to hear. Everybody wants to know what Jada thinks. It's just like what's that guy name? The little let me be careful of how I said it. I almost said the wrong thing.
The
The
little what?
light
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
okay. I was just gonna say the little gay guy from the gossip blog that was talking about the Queen of England had passed away.
Why you
He wanted
gotta?
to be the first to
Well,
jump on the story.
why you gotta walk on eggshells about a little gay guy?
Because I have a habit of calling things little, but it's not for me to be like, they're unimportant. And so I have to catch myself when I say
Oh, it
little
was
before I say
calling
something.
him. It was calling him unimportant that you were walking on eggshells about, not the gay thing.
Nah. It's just me saying the little part before I end up saying the gay part for people to be like, oh, she's speaking against him and calling him little and a short man. Y'all in the
Okay.
manosphere sometimes y'all get a little sensitive on me. So
Really, really, we
I
get
said
sensitive
some. I said
about.
some. Some of y'all get a
No,
little
I
sensitive.
can't get mad at you about the little, the short, the height thing, because there are people who do get it's people that get a little sensitive about about the
Thank you.
height, but I can't get as much as I wanted to get mad at you about that. That is a it is a thing. It is a thing. That ain't my battle. I stand with the short brothers. I stand with the short brothers. Yeah, I'll stand
Shout
tall
out to the
for them.
short man.
I'll stand tall for them. But but no. So anyway. So Dan, what was we saying before you sidetracked me with the little gay man?
Look, okay, so just basically saying that he wanted to be the first person to, trend for his news, and he said that the queen had been deceased and she's still alive, but he doubled down on it because he wanted to be the first one to get it out there. So that's just like US Weekly and anybody else who piggybacking off of it, because nobody seems to really do research no more. So if one news publication goes with it, another one, and they trickle down. So I don't believe that's what it is. And I usually don't read the comments, but I was getting ready to say something to somebody. But for Efren or whatever, the scratchy throat voice, that's because I was in a car accident. So I do have moments where my throat goes like that. So that's not me being sketchy or anything. It's just that's sometimes my throat gets like that. But
I thought
nonetheless,
I thought you had what's known as like party voice.
the party voice, no.
Yeah, like
Sometimes
you spent so much time just woo, just yelling and yelling over loud club music in your 20s, to where
uh-uh.
not a little later in life your voice just scratchy and you sound like, you know, it can't be Sounding like Marge Simpson's sisters.
Yeah, I know, right? Sometimes it does. Sometimes I actually lose my breath in the middle of talking. And, I know y'all don't know none of that. And it wouldn't bother me if y'all did know it. But just in case it was a thing, because I notice sometimes it gets said, but that's what it is. I was in a really bad car accident, so I'm still healing from it.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask you this: do you think her he said a smoker voice? Yeah.
Not
Anyway,
the smoker voice. I don't smoke.
do you think that what was said, based off everything we know about Jada Pinkett, and granted, we don't know her personally, okay? We do not
Mhm.
know this woman personally, but based off everything we do know, do you think those quotes were exactly? Did they sound out of character? Did it sound like something she wouldn't say?
Bring up the whole thing and let me look at it again.
You won't really be able to see it because the zooming capabilities. Hold on,
Presuming.
let me try.
Um,
Hold on, wait. I'll try. Well, I know I can more or less tell you the highlight. I mean, the highlights was the I'm not that I didn't tell him to do it. Well, okay, now I'm paraphrasing horribly because I'm bad at paraphrasing. I will paraphrase somebody horribly because I can never remember the exact quote, but I get in the ballpark. Um, but yeah, you probably can't see that.
It's okay. I think it was a part, I can't remember everything, but I do know I directly disagree with the protection part. I don't think she said I don't need protecting. Um,
You don't think she would say that?
no. I don't think she would say that as it pertains to her man. No, I don't think she would say that.
Well, some of them, like I said, when they get in situations and they get too much of something that they want, then they try to act like they didn't need any of it ever at all. But
I
okay,
can I
this
can believe that. I just if we're talking about Jada specifically, because I know some women do that. If we're talking about her specifically, when it comes to that part of the statement, I don't believe she said that. I don't believe she told nobody that part.
hmm You don't think, okay, this part right here, this is the first part that jumped out to me when she said it was in the heat of the moment and it was him overreacting. He knows that, she knows that. Okay, and again, and I acknowledge when I read this that this was the insider just explaining what they know and understand that. But so it's, I mean, she got quotation marks on it too. Well, I mean, what is this? This is the person who wrote the article quoting the insider. It's
According
so
to sources,
it gets,
yeah,
yeah, it gets kind of weird. It gets kind of weird when it comes to an insider reporting what somebody else said, and then now the person who's writing the article for US Weekly is quoting somebody who's quoting somebody. And so yeah, that's
right.
for me, that's where the grain of salt comes in. That's where a legitimate grain of salt does have to come in when you get stuff like this. But I think this is fairly consistent with how I think she would play it when it says it was in the heat of the moment and it was him overreacting, even though he didn't overreact. She overreacted, and then he overreacted to her overreaction. You see,
Hmm.
but I think that's how she would play it to remove herself from the slap.
Okay,
You
so
see,
let's say this. Let's say this at this point of this part of the article. It says it was in the heat of the moment and it was him overreacting. He knows that, she knows that. They're in agreement with they're in agreement that he overreacted. A source exclusively tells, right?
mm-hmm,
So at this point of this article, this is specifically the insider and their feelings about it.
mm-hmm,
So I would take that for a grain of salt, or I wouldn't take that part for a grain of salt because it's their feeling. But when we get down to the other part of it, I do, because it's exactly what they expect for Jada to have said. That's why I say I don't really believe any source might have came along. I just think that they said, well, let's just say somebody told us that this is how Jada feels and what she said because everybody wants to know what she said, and they just made it sound like something they felt she would say.
that's possible. That's possible, but I'm erring more on the side of the simple fact that she she probably said that to somebody, like they I'm thinking she said that to somebody. I'm thinking they wanted to put something out there. They wanted to put her words out there. I don't think a
Mhm.
lot happens. Like if somebody was just completely malicious, That's one possibility. But if somebody wasn't just completely malicious, then I think Jada and Will, because they operating with publicists and fixers and all kind of stuff like that, they don't want to let things happen by accident. They want to be in front of every story. They want to be on top of everything. I mean, they gotta think strategically and calculate it when they're doing this. So I
At
tend
least
to
they try
believe,
to.
yeah, and so I tend to believe that that what we see coming out going forward, unless somebody was completely malicious, we're seeing calculated things being put out there, and I just think that I think that way. I can't go with it because it's so much in there that's where she's separating herself from it. You know, she's trying to separate herself from it, or the insider is trying to separate Jada Pinkett from it. So
I mean, it
it
makes
looks.
sense. I can agree that maybe she could have said overreacting and all of that. I'm only really second guessing that other half of the statement because I don't see her saying that she didn't need her husband's protection. I completely doubt that part of the statement, and I just don't
I
believe that
don't.
one. And
I don't
I
at all.
understand.
I
I
think I
understand. I
think
just don't
that
believe that exact part there. I believe that they probably hyped it up, like she doesn't need their protection, and she's strong, and da 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 da. I believe that's the way it went. I don't believe she told somebody, and I'm strong. I don't need his protection, and I don't believe that. I don't believe. I can believe that she probably thinks she's strong and all of that, but to go and tell somebody I'm strong, I didn't need my husband's protection, blah blah blah. I don't think she came off like that. And side notes, I forgot who you put a L boogie. No, honey, I don't change no tires. That's what a man is for. I don't change no tires. No, no, sir.
Thank you for the super chat, L Boogie.
Yeah, thank you for the super chat, L boogie.
Yeah.
You know I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you.
All right. All right. You got anything else on this? Anything else on this? You got
No,
522 people in the building. Y'all hit the like button. But no, you
yeah,
got
hit that like button.
yeah, you got anything else on this? The link is in the chat if somebody else want to come up. The link is in the chat if somebody else want to come up. Well, what else you got on this? I'm trying to look. I'm trying to scan the article right now. It was only two major doozies in there. Her talking about. The insider or her or whoever the hell. But I tend to believe. I tend to believe that it's where I'm going with the assumption that the way the insider worded it is more or less how she worded it. It was it was no Will in this. Like this person didn't talk to Will. This person talked to Jada, and she said something. He overreacted without explaining that that really he overreacted to her, not overreacting to what Chris said. That was the one doozy. The not needing the protection thing. I think that was very plausible. Those were the two main things. I can't remember
Yeah, I
what
forgot
was
what the other thing was because it was at least two things that I thought she might have said, but the other parts I was just like, nah. But no, I don't have anything else. I have to get ready to go.
all
But
right.
yeah, that would be it from the unofficial publicist. And y'all make sure y'all hit that like button.
All right, Jada. Jada Pinkett Defense Force, everybody. All right, cool. All right.
Hey, look, when
All right.
she's
You
wrong,
have a
she's wrong. Because I was with y'all on a lot of stuff last week. When she wrong, she wrong. I'm not that biased.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.
All right. And had to hear from the Jada Pinkett Defense Force. Had to hear from the Jada Pinkett Defense Force. But all right, so let's see what y'all got going on, what y'all got going on in the chat room. Shout out to Edward Anderson in the building. Says this is that slow walk shit, which is why dudes don't want women in these spaces. Yeah, but see, I don't. That ain't the reason why not to not have them in the spaces. Like I get more bad counter arguments on my show from men. Truth be told. So I mean, people going to make bad counter arguments all the time. It's people do bad counter arguments. They coming from men, they coming from women, they coming from all of it. So it is what it is. But see, here's the thing with that. Here's the thing with that. When it gets to the point where the the man hears a woman says it, a woman says it, and now it carries more weight. That's when it gets goofy. A woman says it, now it carries more weight. Now we're believing it. We're believing it more than what we would have believed it. That's where dudes get ridiculous. And it's some people in the audience who I do think go for that, who I do think fall for that. I think that is an actual thing. I think that is an actual thing. Chris Rock got slapped for disrespecting a man's wife. This is probably a dude. Talking about he got slapped for disrespecting a man's wife. Like, that's probably a dude making that argument. That's probably a dude making that argument that he got slapped for disrespecting a man's wife, because that's what a lot of women do. They will ignore the context that it is an Oscar and celebrities sitting up front at the Oscars are fair game for the comedian, and the comedian did his job, and the whole works, the whole gamut, the whole Megillah, everything happened normal. They want to erase all that context and act like it just regular Joe Smo dude was walking down the street with his wife, and then somebody said, "Hey, you bald-headed bitch." They want to make it seem like that's what happened. Okay, you do that to somebody's wife just walking down the street, you might get stolen. You might get stolen. But the defense force is trying to make it seem like that's what happened, as if that's seriously what happened and how it happened. Like, they're seriously doing that. They're seriously doing that. And it'd be men and women doing that. Nigerian Flex in the building says, we shouldn't be surprised that she threw Will under the bus. On Red Table Talk, he asked her to call a spade, and she called it an entanglement. Yes, that was funny. That was probably the most ballsy thing Will ever did with her. Because, and he did it exactly right. He did it exactly right. He did it from the perspective of, wait a minute. If we're going to do this, people need to know and understand. People need to know and understand exactly what happened, exactly what it was that happened. They need to know and understand exactly what it is that we're talking about here. So you need to tell them exactly what happened. And then she tried to quadruple down and say, yeah, I said that we had an entanglement. And then he was like, entanglement? Oh, it was a relationship. That was like the most ballsy thing he ever did with her. Other than the one moment. And I talked about that before. I did talk about that before, how he basically it was a situation like this where they was in some party. I think she was holding the first kid, probably Willow or somebody, on her lap. And he had said something to her, and then she like just snapped off on him, like just went off in a crowded room and just said something just real snappy out of pocket to him. And he grabbed the newspaper and popped her right on the head with the newspaper, said, we need to go over here and talk. Like, I don't know where that guy is. That Will that did that, I don't I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened to him. That didn't look like the same guy who was on the Red Table Talk with tears in his eyes while she explained having sex with their son's friend. That didn't sound like the same guy. But that story, I think it comes down to this, and I've talked about this before. How, as men, we overcorrect. Okay. Will talked about how the bopping with the newspaper story was connected to it. He talked about how his dad used to beat up his mom. or you watched violence and abuse. I think it was just one way, dad to mom, but I don't know if it was bi-directional. Who knows? We're not going there. We're not talking about that part. But he used to watch abuse growing up. He used to watch abuse growing up, and he, absolutely positively, like he said, I'm not going to be that. That's not going to happen with me. And I understand that because I remember as a kid when I just was thinking, oh, men, bad, women, good. And it was just that simple. Men were bad, women were good. So everything that I saw a man do that was bad, it's like you get confirmation bias that men are these evil, horrible monsters. And then when you grow up, and any man that ever done something wrong to your mom, you're like, I don't want to be that guy. And so you get to the point where you just be just Mr. Nice Guy on steroids, where you overcorrect for the problem, and that manifests itself and you putting up with a lot of junk because you don't want to be that guy who does these horrible things that that you believe was happened to your mom or happened to your aunties or happened to your sister or happened to any your grandmama, who you name it. You don't want to be that. Now that can end up being a good thing, because like somebody who's let's just say if your dad wasn't there, then you have a kid and you want to make sure you're there no matter what. That overcorrection can be a good overcorrection, but the overcorrection that comes in when it comes to how you treat, you don't want to be forceful or disrespectful or do anything wrong to the woman you're dealing with in the context of a relationship, you end up overcorrecting that and then end up being a walkover or a pushover. Like that happens. So I think what we're looking at with Will Smith, that might very well be an overcorrection. If you look at, because when he references his dad, hitting his mom, he references growing up seeing violence and growing up seeing dysfunction. So he's trying to operate like a complete 100% man of peace, and now he's got to be okay with everything. He got to be okay with her wanting to sleep around. That was clearly her idea. This open thing that they got going on is clearly her idea. If it was his idea and he was okay with it, he wouldn't be emotional. He wouldn't be getting into emotional entanglements and emotional outbursts and all of that stuff. He wouldn't have been crying on the red table. He wouldn't have hit Chris Rock over, just all these built up feelings. He wouldn't have reacted or done none of this stuff if he didn't feel some type of way about what's going on in their life, in their personal life. If he didn't feel no type of way about it, he wouldn't have that kind of reaction. So he clearly feels some type of way about it, but he clearly, for whatever reason, is just got a spirit of just, I gotta let it slide because I don't want to be in some contentious, arguing, fighting relationship. So everything just has to be a go. Car Designer Chris in the building with a $5 super chat. Car Designer Chris with a $5 super chat. Appreciate you dropping 5 on it, putting 5 on it. Appreciate you putting 5 on it. He says, modern women are like Mike Tyson. Okay, this should be interesting. Modern women are like Mike Tyson. This should be interesting. See Nigerian Flex in the building about to come up. Car Designer Chris says, modern women are like Mike Tyson. They don't need protection till they get punched in the face with needing real protection. Wow. They don't need protection until they get punched in the face with needing real protection. Yeah. I see what you did there. I didn't know where you was going at first, but then now I see what you did there. I see where you're going. They catch it live up front, plain and simple, that they really, really need protection. And then, now they need it. Then they get it. And then they tell you they don't need it. Nigerian Flex, you can try to attempt to come on back. Now, I think we just saw an example of who's hate watching and who's not, because I just tapped 600 live views. Okay. I tapped 600 live views, but as soon as it tapped 600, it dropped down immediately to 560. that means it was 40 people hate watching who said, "Oh no, we just here to hate watch. We don't really rock with Bernard. We just here to, but we not about to help him do 600. we not about to help keep him above 600. We not about to do that. that's how y'all just played me." They said, "Oh no, we out of here. We gonna hate watch. we gonna hate watch. But the second we start helping him succeed, we got to go. We got to go." I've never seen it happen that fast. Like normally, like if it taps 600, it might drop down to like 592, 595. But I'm telling you, it tapped 600 and then just shot with a bullet down to like 550. Like I mean, instantly. It's like they just instantly checked out. Instantly dove up out of here with the quickness. Oh man. Hey, don't come in. Go on, Wayman Casey. Don't come in here with the nonsense. Don't come in here with the nonsense. I keep it. I keep it clean-ish. I keep it clean-ish. I keep it clean-ish. Oh man. But what y'all talking about in the chat room? Just hollering at the chat. Why dudes are trying so hard to defend Will Smith while using female talking points? That happens a lot in this space. That happens a whole hell of a lot in this space. And it's one thing that I really hate. One thing that I really hate is that when somebody in this space who makes this type of content, content for men, where they speak up for men, defend men, but when they get into a beef with a man, when they get into a little back and forth with the man, there's another man who has a similar ideology to them, they will run right to the worst, most disingenuous talking points that our detractors use, but they'll try to use it just for him. The stuff that they be saying about all of us is right about you. And it's like, nah, that ain't the way to go. That ain't the way to go. That's why yesterday, and I wasn't doing that yesterday, what I just described, but I did a on the fly, on the go reaction to alpha male strategies, talking about toxic masculinity, and that was a bad look for them. But I didn't want to dog pile to people, trying to kick on somebody. I like when somebody get big to the point, then it don't matter. Like I'll do reactions to Fresh and Fit stuff, and Fresh will always catch the jokes. I think Myron is definitely on point and definitely does a good job in breaking things down the way that he break them down. But Fresh be on some other stuff. I see you down there, Village Arsonist. I'm about to bring you. Like, let me finish reading this comment. While using females talking points to do it is beyond me. Just say you're a Will Smith fanatic and leave it at that. I don't even think it's about Will Smith fanatic. I think they're just looking at the Jada aspect of it. That they're looking at they're seeing the female reaction to it and the women saying, "Yeah, that's right, protect her." And then they're looking at that, and then they're hopping on after that. They're hopping on that bandwagon. That's more so what is going on. They're just doing what the women do. But we got let me get my headset back on real quick. We got Village Arsonist in the build. I think this might be your first time. Have you been on my show before?
No, sir. I haven't been on your show before. How you doing, man?
Okay, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I be seeing you making the rounds in this space, arguing with every damn body. But
hey, man, I appreciate you throwing shots already. I get you, man. It's all good. I appreciate you, man, having me up real quick. I just want to ask the people I got a simple question, man. Is this not proof? Is this not sufficient proof for people that the Black community is matriarchal? Is it time for us to just dead this argument? We need to acknowledge that the Black community is matriarchal, and this is just fact. How are we arguing this at this point, looking at this situation? I don't get it.
Well, just go ahead and lay out the case as to how this situation proves that the Black community is matriarchal. I think I know where you're going, but I want to know exactly where you're going before we go forward. So
I mean,
just explain.
we see the sisterhood laying down the law, and we see the so-called simp enforcers, as some people call them. Basically, a brother named a different perspective, I think is the name of his channel. Shout out! He just uploaded a video showing a text message conversation between a man and a female. It was black people, black man, black woman, and this black woman said before a date, she said, "Hang on, can I ask you a question? Hypothetically, let's say, and this is not verbatim, but this is basically what she said. Hypothetically, if we were out on a date and someone was making jokes about my appearance, what would you do about it? Would you whoop his ass?" And the man was like, "Are you serious?" She called him soft. She called him soft because he said he would just roast the guy. At the very most, he would just roast the guy back. He wouldn't beat his ass. So this has got to be proof positive for people. This is matriarchy. 100%. Okay, we see the sisterhood putting the hammer down, making the law. This is how it's supposed to be. Black man, you're supposed to be a crash dummy, no matter what. If our feelings are hurt in any way, you are supposed to be a crash dummy and get to it. And you got the celebrities jumping on it. So my argument comes from this: we have the most influential people within the African American community, because unfortunately, the athletes, the entertainers, they are unfortunately our voices. Okay, they are unfortunately the most they're the most influential people in our community. So we look at these people.
The liberal politicians certainly believe there are voices, because they go and enlist them to come tell us who to vote for. So I mean, you got a point there. So go ahead.
Facts. But what are our so-called influencers saying? What are our so-called leaders saying? The vast majority of these so-called celebrities, from what I've seen, I could be correct, I could be wrong, but from what I'm seeing, the vast majority of these people that are supposed to be our so-called voices, that are propped up as our leaders, the vast majority of these people are rocking with what Will Smith did. This is a matriarchy. And if I'm wrong, can anybody show me all the influential voices within the Black community that's speaking out against this? Again, I could be wrong, but from what I'm seeing, everybody's saying Will was right.
Well, no, I've seen quite a few of them criticize Will, but they're doing it more so from the perspective of, like for example, Steve Harvey. He acknowledged that, hey, protect your wife, defend your wife. Y'all know I'm about that. But he also had to double down on I'm also a comedian, and comedians can't be attacked on stage for saying, edgy stuff on the line. But he even went further and said it wasn't even that bad of a joke. So I think if Steve Harvey is criticizing Will Smith in it, but you might be right. I think most of the people that are criticizing it is people, celebrities who are in the business of saying controversial things. So they know if they praise Will and seem to come down on Chris Rock, they coming down on themselves. Something that something that people, black men in this space, need to learn and take note of, because they'll celebrate another person channel get taken down, or they'll be indifferent to it, and even though you disagree with that person on some stuff, if an attack on one it should be viewed as an attack on all, because for whatever reason, like Fresh and Fit, I think they had some little strike against it. They basically said it was an organized strike against them. They hadn't been on in 7 days. So I think they couldn't go live for 7 days because they had some little hit against them. They said it was an organized hit for some videos from like a year and a half ago, that it was basically like a mass reporting, mass flagging of one video or 2 videos, and they got taken down for a whole week. So yeah, it's so that's just bringing it back to men who make this type of content. They do need to understand that, I don't care if you don't like Tommy Sotomayor, he lose a channel, you should view that as a problem. You don't care if you don't like Fresh and Fish. Shout out to Lil Big Nate who lost the channel. Yeah, stuff like that happened. Yeah, we all should see that as a problem. So some of the comedians, Hood Conservative in the building, shout out to Hood Conservative, but a lot of the comedians and entertainers, I heard a lot of them sort of being on board with defending Chris Rock and criticizing Will. So, but I think the social media aspect of it, I think what we getting is a lot of women getting on the you know, he was protecting the black woman bandwagon, and then we're getting a lot of men just echoing those talking points and parroting those talking points. So that's what we ultimately getting a lot of. At least that's what I've been seeing. But hang on right there. We got car designer Chris in the building. Go ahead. What you got on this car designer, Chris? Well, first off, do you think the article that was written was legitimate? And because you know, when I read it, I was like, okay, this is an insider.
Right.
This is an insider reporting to US Weekly with Jada. So like it's almost like Jada said it, then the insider said it, and then the writer wrote it. so it is like a few levels of inception in there, but I still think it was fairly consistent with what Jada more than likely would say. But what you think?
So I think it's can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I think it's legit, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's a leaked article coming from Jada Smith's camp. I missed some of the show because I had to wait till lunch to really join in, but I think this was her way of distancing herself from the controversy. I think I heard you say that. That's all this is. This is a PR move, and the whole idea of two things. I think a lot of women forget how dangerous it is. It actually is between two men when violence is finally on the table, right? Some of us got jobs. We got to play basketball the next day. Some dudes ain't even got medical insurance. So the whole would you whoop a dude's ass because he insulted me verbally with a joke? I don't think women understand what they're doing when they're pointing you in a direction of violence, how serious this can actually end up being. Now, with that being said, what Will Smith was doing, what he called protection, was fake protection. Real protection is financial or it's physical. And in most cases, it can be verbal, but in most cases, it's not. You can walk away from something that's verbal. Nobody put their hands on you. Again, because of the underlying threat of violence between two men. It's serious. Dudes out here carrying CCWs and all kinds of shit. So violence is, you don't want to go immediately to violence. Now, and like you were saying, it was basically a comedy show, a roast.
Mm-hmm.
These words hurt her so impactful that Will Smith had to jump up and defend her honor. That made no sense. It was a joke.
Yeah. No, agreed. Yeah, it was like I did say in the opening that it does end up being a situation where, you know, he's sitting there publicly, got the camera on him. Okay, the camera is on him. He's laughing at the joke. He look over at her and he see her not laughing.
Right.
Now, at that point, if in a proper relationship, if she was feeling upset and she see that he's, you know, smiling and he's happy, she would fake it for him and basically tell him later what was going on.
Right.
Because him seeing her side eyeing, he couldn't be ha 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 laughing, just belly laughing, look over at her and then go silent and put his head down. It's like he can't do that. So yeah, her reaction put him in a situation where he had to do something. He had to do all
you hit on it when you said overcorrection. I'm gonna tell you what. If you ever been in a relationship when stuff started going sideways, and you have been in the blame, and you try to make it up to your spouse or your girlfriend, like the extra candy, the extra flowers. In this case, you gotta have the extra protection. The whole entanglement thing and embarrassment. Will Smith is between a rock and a hard place. He doesn't want to get divorced because what he stands to lose in a divorce is massive.
Oh,
but at the same time, he's being inflicted with this constant pain of being embarrassed. So he's in a weird place where he's trying to figure out, what do I do? If I appease this woman, I'm going to constantly take embarrassment. So I got to overcorrect on that. But if I get divorced, Jada Smith, she doesn't make anywhere near the money. Will Smith, he can lose half. Now he can do it the Bill Gates way and just go ahead and accept that I got to pay for my freedom and my mental well-being, but it's a lot. He's trying to figure out, does he want to pay the price?
Well, now ain't the time for him to be having to get cut in half, seeing as it's very possible that his career may not be what it was.
Yeah.
So now is the worst time to get cut in half. The
Right.
worst
Let me
time.
let me call out somebody real quick, respectfully, real quick. Let me call out somebody real quick, brother Obsidian. I said this in your comments, brother.
Is he in the chat room?
Miss Brown Sugar, Miss
Wait a
Brown
minute.
Sugar.
Whoa,
Okay,
whoa,
go ahead.
whoa, 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 wait, time out. No, we're not doing it. Is Obsidian even in the chat
No,
room?
I'm not. No, I'm trying to make a point as far as the Jada thing because he's trying to. I'm trying to get him to. Miss Brown Sugar's not the same as Jada.
Stop. What? Whoa, dude. Obsidian not on the panel, nor is he in the chat room. What are you talking about?
No, I figured he's gonna hear this, so I'm basically making the point that I made in the comments.
No, you don't. No.
He's saying Jada was
Whoa,
supposed to be
no. You don't do that. Like, no. If you want to say something to Obsidian, you could email Obsidian, or you can say something to him on his live stream. You just
okay.
can't just pop up.
I'll make a general point. So you guys that are out here that have women, and you agree, you have serious relationships rather, and you agree with what Will did. Is your woman the same as Jada? Do we put all women on the same level? Do we say just defend no matter what, or do we say does a woman have to earn that sacrifice from a man? And that was the point that I was trying to make to Obsidian and anybody else in committed relationship that agrees with Will. You have to understand from the perspective of someone like me and a lot of other brothers, certain women are just not worth that sacrifice. This man literally threw his career away, humiliated himself on national television for a woman that disrespects him constantly.
All right, wait, hold on, time out, real quick, time out. Stephen Hicks, I'm not protecting Obsidian, I'm protecting my channel from stupid shit.
You ain't lying.
Like, ain't no problem with that. No problem with that. Yeah,
Village. I'm not talking to you. I'm responding to the gentleman in the chat.
Okay.
That wasn't protection of Obsidian or his woman. I was defending my channel from getting into some goofy stuff. I didn't know what he was referring to. It sounded like he was talking about some old conversation, I don't know if it was connected to some beef, connected to a previous argument that I knew nothing about, that didn't happen on my channel, and the person he talking about is not even here. All right, good, I got you. But the person he talking about ain't even here right now. So across the board, when somebody try to bring some nonsense in, I shut it down. So no, that wasn't protection of Obsidian. That was protection of my channel. Like, come on.
Well, that's cool. Like I said, I'm speaking in general now. I'm speaking in general. I mean, he's a big figure in the space. I'm using him as an example. No drama, but he was making the argument again. Well, you know what Jada did. I understand what Will did and whatever like that. I made this comment in his comments. These are two totally different women. You see what I'm saying? So he understood my point. He said, "Okay, I get your point." So it's no drama, nothing like that. But I was just using that as an example. Black men should. A lot of people in the community want us to be crash dummies. Just go out here and just, no matter what, we got to defend the sisters. Right. No, that's bullshit. A black woman should have to earn that. That's all I'm saying. That was my only point.
And most have not earned it.
Right. Exactly. So like I said to the brothers out here that are in serious relationships, and y'all are on this pit bull, no, we got to defend no matter what. Okay, you may feel that way about your lady. Your lady may be worth that. But let's look at Jada. She ain't worth that. If you had a woman doing what Jada's doing to Will to you, would you jump up and defend that? If you would, I got to look at you sideways, man, because I can't say you got any kind of dignity and you willing to throw your whole well-being away for that. You see what I'm saying? I don't think Jada has earned that from Will, is what I'm saying. So again, to the guys in serious relationship, your woman may be probably different from Jada. So don't look at every black woman the same way. That's my problem with a lot of these matriarchal Negroes out here. They see every black woman as their mama or sister or some shit, and that's not the case.
Well, he's in a rock and a hard place because he's still with her.
Right.
So basically, you being still with her, you holding hands with her on red carpets and at the Oscars, and y'all looking like, the big happy couple. And I'm gonna go to you in a second. AT Quail, I think I said your name right. I'm going to you in a second. But Yeah, so that's where you get in a rock and a hard place. It's basically like if you find out, I'm not even talking about Will and Jada right now. Let's just say you find out that your woman, it was like the town hoe. Everybody in the city done been with her, okay, but you didn't married her and you ain't leaving her. Now when everybody bring that up and you staying with her, then you end up in a situation where they talking about her, but I'm with her, so they talking about me. So that's the rock and the hard place you in if you with a woman who doing some stupid stuff and you're not leaving her. It's like it's almost like if you stay with her, you damn near gotta be defending her. It's like you either gotta defend her or leave her. And so, but the right move, if you have that much of a problem with her, is to get the hell up out of there. But it's like, do you got a problem with her? Do you just got a problem with people saying about what she's saying? Because those are the two differences. But I mean, he's a I never excuse, especially what he did when he hopped up on that stage. That's unexcusable. But it's you in a goofy situation when your woman is on some goofy stuff and you're not leaving her. So whatever they say about whatever they say, hold on, whatever they say about her, it's like as long as you with her, they saying it about you. That's what I'm saying.
So if you out in public with the first lady, and somebody start roasting the first lady of the Bernard Riley show, what Bernard Riley gonna do? What you gonna do if somebody starts making fun of your woman's looks? Let's put you in that situation. What would you do?
If me and her are out in public and somebody say something about her, I'm gonna say something back.
Yeah, that's it. It's a level to the protection. You don't.
Yeah, I'm going to say no. That was hold on. That was my initial commentary. You don't you don't react with violence. I mean, if somebody she wasn't, you don't defend her with violence when she was offended by words.
Right.
You can counter the words with the words. But if the threat of violence was there, then you could defend her with violence. If there was a threat of violence, there was no threat of violence.
Couldn't that exchange lead to violence though?
If it does, it does. But again, now we talking about a man in a situation with a decent chick that he value and she value him, right? If we're talking about that, yes. If they say some words and then you react with words, it's very possible you and that other man's words should resort to violence. But you being a goddamn kamikaze drone,
right.
If you just hear words and you just jump right to violence. Little Big Nate, I got what you sent me. I'm about to bring that up, but before I do that, I do want to go to I can't even see your name, but AT Quail. I think I said it right. Go ahead. What you got on this?
Yeah. So I just think that a lot of times we speak in absolutes, and we don't think of it and based off of certain situations. Like everything doesn't apply to every situation. So Will's situation is Will's situation, and that's something that he's been dealing with for years. So it's something that he's tolerated over the years. It's something that he let build up over the years. So I'm very careful to throw myself in another man's situation, and because you just don't know. You don't know what he's dealing with, and it was a book. I think they said he wrote in his book that he regrets not doing anything about his mother being abused by his father. So that could be something that he's living out right now. So you not dealing with damage, I think it still goes back on him. Regardless, take her out the situation. He should have had enough more sense than to do what he did. You get what I'm saying? Like he honestly should have did a better job of dealing with all of that. And it's not on her. It's all on him. Like he knew who she was before he got with her.
Agreed on that part. I agree on that part that he knew who she was. I think that when we grow up, a lot of us, and we're thinking that a lot of us, we have that, and I think I'm quoting Donovan Sharp. We think women are made of sugar and spice and everything nice, and all we got to do is be Mr. Nice Guy and treat her right, and everything will just fall into place. A lot of us walk around thinking that, and I think he got married probably thinking that. And then there's, like I said, the overcorrecting thing that happens when you see violence between your mom and dad or whatever, and then you don't want to be that guy, but you end up letting so much stuff slide. You end up letting so much stuff go to the point to where you just lose complete control of the situation. Now you kind of just stuck between, like I said, you stuck between that rock and a hard place. Okay, go ahead and leave her. Go ahead and leave her. Let risk losing half of your money in a career that's kind of not where it used to be. So who knows if you're gonna make that back.
And I'm about to bounce out. I'll just make this last comment, but I agree with what you just said. Like, it's really nothing at this point that I'm just looking at what are either one of them gonna do? What are they gonna leave each other to go do? You get what I'm saying? Like,
oh no, he can leave her and then just go and just have some dignity.
That's true. But I'm saying because a lot of people are saying just to go get another woman, but who is he going to go be with at this point?
Will Smith?
Wait, time out. What do you mean? Who is he going to go be with?
No, I'm saying from a standpoint of being able to, if he's already this broken, who is he going to really trust at this point? You get what I'm saying?
Stop. Village Johnson, chill. He could trust his damn self, and he can just be by himself. And just rotate in a few little hot 20-somethings here and there, and just live his life and lay up on his pile of money and just be at peace.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But I'm saying with how he handled all of this, do you really think that's going to be the approach?
Therapy is a motherfucker.
Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it be? I mean,
based off his decision making. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, but just because he's made bad decisions, that doesn't mean he just need to stand in it and stay there.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying based off of how he handled it. I'm not saying that that's what he should do. I'm just saying based off of what has already happened. You get what I'm saying?
I think it's very possible that in the event that he did divorce her, that he probably would be one of those people that end up remarried in less than a year to somebody who was problematic in a different way. Yeah, it's very possible. It's very possible he could be that dude. That's very possible.
I got you, and that's all I'm saying. I'm not advocating for anything. I'm just saying based off. I try to go based off of what you see from people, and not necessarily what was ideal, because most people don't do what's ideal.
No, you're right, but Will Smith losing. I put it this way: Will Smith losing half, and a brother like me losing half are two different things. Mm-hmm. I got to be more protective of my half than Will Smith has to be. You got a lot of brothers walking around, staying in relationships, making it work, because the half that they will lose is the one house they own, the one car they have, the one 401k they got to split. So they standing in it for a whole different set of reasons. Will Smith, if they take half, he has so much money. If he never act again, he can invest his money in Bitcoin or the stock market and never have to look back. He would double his money just with proper investments of making his own short movies at the election. Matter of fact, if he leaves Jada, he might want to leave her first before he strikes out on his investments. Going to lose the half he has now, so that when he doubles it later, he ain't got to pay nobody.
All right. We got Game Changer in the building. But hold on real quick before I go to Game Changer. Sonny's Hot Rod says, although Will was flat out wrong, let's be real, all this false bravado from these comedians, especially Chris Rock's brother, is not going to lead anywhere. It's going to be on site when they see him. No, I don't believe it's going to be on site when they see. I don't think none of that is going down. I doubt any of that. That was just him talking junk. I mean, yeah, you never know. But I think it was mostly just some on stage talking junk before the show, because if he didn't address it, then the crowd would have demanded that he address it. Coach Keith in the building says, is it okay for a black person to strike a person for calling him/her the N-word? That normally goes to violence, because if a non-black person call you that, there's no equal insult. you have no equal insult that you could throw back. So that normally does result in violence. It just is what it is. I don't know. Times are actually changing with the younger people. They don't care as much. But anyway, thank you for that super chat. I do appreciate that. Go ahead, Game Changer. What you got?
So one thing I want to address what the brother said, who can Will go to? I would say all of Willow's friends. Ones that are legal. Like I think that's something that he should do. Definitely. Now, another thing, and the reason why I came up was because Will Smith's mother, somebody mentioned her, and you see, I want to point out that it's very likely, and I hate to say this, it's very likely that she's not a good woman. And never has been the entirety of Will's life. And I think that might be the reason why he married someone like Jada, that because he just assumes that this is how women are and he doesn't have a bar for good women. You see, on the night of the Oscars.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me back up. You said Will Smith's mom?
Yeah.
Okay. This is interesting. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is the night of the Oscars, something that Will Smith has been wanting for perhaps all of his life, but definitely throughout all of his movie career, which dates back to the mid-90s. And he was very likely to win. He obviously wanted it bad. He did movies like Concussed, like Pursuit of Happiness.
Concussed? It's concussion.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Concussion. He did movies like Concussion. He did movies like Ali. He did movies like Pursuit of Happiness.
When Wild West.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that wasn't really, he was going for Oscar there, but
I know. I'm messing with you.
That was like out of his purview, not necessarily for money, but I mean, Ali, of course, was, but he did it more for he wanted that award, and he finally got it, and she didn't show up. And she didn't show up because she was sick or suffering from old people disease. Nope. She didn't show up because she wanted to watch it on TV with her knitting people.
Uh-oh.
What kind of crap person is that? Now, when you think about all of the accomplishments in Will's life, which is far more than I will ever have ever, getting accepted to MIT, getting on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, hit songs, hit records, all without cursing, hit movies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And she's just like, oh, yeah, but I got to watch my soaps. She must be crap. I think that he spent his entire life trying to impress I'm sorry?
Please his mother.
Yeah, exactly. To please his mother. And then that desire went to trying to please Jada. She just sat there in her unpleased, motherly, grim look, all of his life. He spent his entire life trying to please unworthy women, and it culminated in manifested itself on Chris Rock's face.
But now you got my therapist on who's that? Game Changer or my therapist? I think he's on to something. Most men are always trying to please their mothers, and they never really can. And you end up marrying your mother.
Most men, what?
A lot of dudes let me put it this way, in the inner city, raised by single mothers. We all know who these single mothers are, right? They didn't make good choices. Have you ever seen a single mother out at the supermarket with her young son, and he gets out of line and she punches him dead in the chest? She's overcompensating, saying I got to be strong and raise him like a man would. And then you get that over and over again. And then one day you're always trying to please your mother. And what you end up doing in a lot of cases, Freud would say, you end up marrying your mother. Now, if it's inner single men, or if it's, the greater society of men, Sigmund Freud said most men are chasing and trying to marry what they think is the ideal woman. And the first person they see as the ideal woman is their mother. Now, it takes a big man to grow up and realizes that his mother is wrong. right? But I think you just said the patriarchy is telling us that we can't say that our mothers are wrong. So you either got to get therapy or you got to have some down home boys to knock you in the head so you get some common sense. But most brothers are chasing, it's the Madonna syndrome. Now, Will Case
is Will Smith actually a high value man? Does he really? Because you called him that, Bernard. Is he? I mean, dude, is it all about the money and status, or is it?
Are you seriously trying to circle this back to
level of masculinity?
Are you seriously circling this back to a high value conversation?
Well, no. You said it, so I'm just wanting you to clarify. Is it all about money and status?
I didn't
throw his career away for stupid shit.
I didn't mention high value.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
But back to the mother.
I'm pretty sure you call Will a high value. That's all right.
Back to the mother. I strongly suspect that.
Hey, hold on, real quick, GC. I'm gonna go grab some coffee real quick. So y'all have at it. I'll be right back in 1 minute.
Yeah, no worries. So no, back to the mother. I strongly suspect that she has been doing this all of his entire life, and everything that he does, every major action, including this one. And he even said that he did it because, the father beat the mother, which may or may not have even happened. I mean, I don't know if Will is saying that he's seen this, or maybe his mom is just saying that that's happened because she can lie like that and put him in a constant state of trying to please. She didn't show up on his Oscar day just because she wanted to watch on an old black and white TV and knit. She would rather knit than to go to the Academy Awards with her son. And perhaps if she was there, things would have went different.
Oh, it would have been a lot different.
But nope. And she goes on and says, I can't believe Will did this. He's such a sweet young man. Exactly. You see that? She basically is trying to say, listen, I raised him to be a certain way. And then when she stopped raising him, basically she raised him to be someone that she can control. And then when she stopped raising him, now the torch of control, the scepter was transferred onto Jada. Now she's controlling him. And the slap itself. Now I'm going to switch topics a little bit. The slap itself. That would have been, or before the slap, that would have been the get back. Remember on the red table when Will Smith said, I'm going to get you back for this?
Right.
That was it. That was the perfect opportunity. That was the perfect opportunity to get Jada back. That would have been the perfect opportunity. He should have not only laughed at the alopecia joke, he should have pointed and laughed. Right. And then when Chris Rock tried to move to the next subject, he said, wait a minute, Chris. Make some more jokes about this damn head. And point at the head.
No.
And just stand over it and crystal ball, what do you show me? He should have just capitalized on that all night.
He should have did the Eddie Murphy
and the Oscar. And then when he got the Oscar, he was like, the interesting thing about this Oscar is it looks like my wife's head. Just saying, the round shape of the Oscar man looks like the top of my wife's head. And if you want to know what the top of my wife's head looks like, just ask August Estina. He should have went off. That would have been his get back. Remember on the red table talk, I said I get you back for this shit? This is me getting you back for this shit. That should have happened.
Actually, that's how you do it. You get them back in public.
Yeah, exactly. She got him in public on the red table talk. The Oscars would have been the perfect venue. I bet you ain't never gonna suck our son's friend's dick again. I bet that'll never happen again.
And then they could have moved on from that. That would have proven, okay, so he had to eat it. If she would have, he should have, like you said, he should have did the Nutty Professor, stood up and started adding to the jokes. And if she could have took it, then we can move on. You got me, I just got your back. Now, of course, they're married. I don't know what that would look like in the household, but hey, I had to take a public lashing. You can too.
That's funny. That is some funny stuff. All right, Lil Big Nate sent me something. I have no idea what it is. It says this also didn't age well for Will Smith. I have no idea what this is. Hopefully, you don't get me copyright strike. But
my wife looked like Professor X without a wheelchair. She looks like the Black Professor X without a wheelchair. Ain't this some shit? And she's not psychic. She didn't see August Estina snitching on her coming. My mistake. That's what Real should have did. He should have interrupted Chris and other comedians sporadically with random wife head jokes.
Yeah.
All right, let's roll this. I'm assuming not. Well, I normally say not so beautiful bean footage, but this might be beautiful. So let's see. They said it's 42 seconds long. It said this also didn't age well for Will Smith. Let's go.
I told my mother this the other day, and she thought it was hilarious. I said, when I was 15 years old, my first girlfriend cheated on me. Oh. And I remember making a decision that nobody would ever cheat on me again. And the way I was going to do that is by being the biggest actor on earth. Huh. Right? So there's been this weird psychology that I've always felt like if my movies are number one, my life is going to work out great. Huh. You know, and like so that's just you shut up. I mean, this weird psychology.
Yeah, that didn't age well. That didn't.
No.
Oh, y'all couldn't see it?
No, we couldn't see it, but it was good.
We got it though.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was funny because he was at a table. My bad, y'all. I'm all. He's at a table with a bunch of other actors.
Girlfriend cheated on me. Oh. And I remember making a decision that nobody would ever cheat on me again. And the way I was going to do that is by being the biggest actor on earth. Huh. Right? So there's been this weird psychology that I've always felt like if my movies are number one, my life is going to work out great. Huh. You know? And like so that's just you funny. Shut up. I mean, you weird psychology.
Yeah, man. That didn't.
Yeah, so Jada hit him with the nuclear bomb. I don't give it.
That movie, I Am Legend.
Yeah.
And he cured that one zombie.
Mm-hmm.
That was Jada. See, he could have went in all night. That would have been his get back for August. That one fearless zombie that he cured turned into Jada. Like every went in all fucking night. It would have never stopped. I would have never let up.
You know, now that you played that,
she is a non-genius Lex Luthor. He could just keep going in. Like, he could just keep going in like on Jada, and it's all get back. It's all fair game. Like, remember I told you I'd get you back? There you go.
That's funny. It's a face that's on the internet right now of I guess them making on their Instagram before the Oscars. They was like doing a little photo shoot, and Jada was making like a lot of faces like that or whatever, and she was looking like one of them I Am Legend zombies when she made that face.
Trust me, they was looking at her when they made.
She lost herself in her face. Go ahead.
You think deep down Jada's trying to get a divorce? That this is a situation where Will won't leave her, so she's like, "I'm gonna do everything I can."
No, she can just leave.
She can leave.
But wait a minute, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
me.
Hey, who was that talking?
Auntie J.
What the fuck? Wait, turn your camera on.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was a dude. You're a chick.
I'm a chick.
Okay.
A chick. Yes, I am.
How
are you, Mr. Bernard?
I'm doing wonderful, Auntie J. I thought it was a.
Wait.
I think this is
guy.
I go on mute right now. This is
I need you
only want guys to come up?
No. Hold on. I'm about to do something real quick. Real quick. Okay, no, it was somebody else in the back with their camera on, and I thought it was you. So I thought it was a dude with your voice. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That coffee, you should have made it stronger.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I wanted to say, I think Will dropped his balls a long back ago. It's no way that a woman is first of all, when you get in a relationship, to me, typically men don't want to hear about your other men in a relationship. She came in a relationship talking about another man. You know, and it's a man that Will can't live up to. Why would you want to live up to somebody that's deceased? So he spent his whole relationship trying to adhere to what she needs. And that's what I believe, and little of what he wants. She hasn't given him anything that he needs in a relationship. It's all about her. And a relationship is two people unless you're in it by yourself. I think she's a very selfish, self-centered, crazy lady that lost her brains along the way. She always in the healing process. It's always in the healing process. Talking about it. You were talking about entanglement. No, say it what it is. You know what words, you always coming up with words for us. It's called adultery. Say adultery, adultery. Because you've been doing it the whole relationship. And how dare you sleep with your son? Your son. Friend. You been hipping and hopping and sucking and bopping, and you supposed to say you supposed to be teaching him. As soon as your nipples start getting hard from the teaching, you should have exited stage left. And you messed that boy head up. Now I don't know what you did to that boy, but the boy is messed up worse now than he was when he got with your ass. You put that demon juice in his mouth. That's what you did. You put that demon juice in his throat. And it's wrong. You took a child and turned them into this. You did that. Your juice is poison. It's poison. Your juice is no good. Your juice is trash. I never seen her cook a piece of chicken. I seen her eat a piece of something, but I ain't seen her cook no chicken. Can you cook Will a piece of chicken? Can you bake him a cake? What do you do? I want to know what Jada does. What do you do? What do you do?
Well,
you don't do nothing.
If she ever tried to cook anything, she don't need a hairnet. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we supposed to fill away because you got alopecia. That's not no sickly disease. The hair just came out like a baby. It's shedding. If you ain't comfortable with your bald head, don't sit on the front row. Everybody know when you go to a comedy show, you see a bald head right there, you gonna say something to a woman.
Exactly.
Because that's not our typical hairstyle. I'm not sensitized like that. Everybody
You know what?
I'm not sensitized like that. If the shit look good, it look good. Sensitized. I'm not sensitized like that. Now, I don't know if it's a word, but it sounds like a word. Sensitized.
Oh my God.
I don't know if sensitized is a word, but you that word. And then she talked like this. Well, I was in an entanglement. No, I committed adultery on you, baby. I don't like the way you please me. You can't hit the mark. You heard me? I'm leaving. If there's nothing I can do to please you, then why am I here? You know? And so I think it's just, and then the children. Look what they did to the children.
The children.
We're going to call them the children. We're not even going to call them children. We're going to call them children because they lost too. How do you give a child destined over his own self? Oh, we give our children freedom. They make their own decisions. Children don't know how to do that.
All right, Auntie J, I got a question for you. With that wonderful speaking voice you have, could you do me a favor? Could you sing "Go Tell It on the Mountain"?
Go tell it on the mountain. over the woods and where we go. Go tell all about.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm done. I can't take no more. All right, thank you, Auntie J.
Your juice is no good.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Clay, what's your name, man?
Oh my God.
What's your name?
Yeah, Clay. Yeah. I think everybody have just said everything I was going to say. I think what I'm just going to say is that I hear a lot of people talking about comparing what happened to Will with what would happen on the street. You know, if somebody disrespects you on the street, I don't think we should continue to use that narrative because it's not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people say that all the time. They ask people questions. I have a lot of people have asked me the same question. Oh, what will you do if somebody do this to you in the club or on the street? But that's not what it is. It's like going to a comedy show and somebody make a joke. You're not going to jump on stage and start, you know, cracking up on the comedian. So I think that we should be able to, you know, separate the two, you know, from each other. I was going to talk about Will's mom, but I don't think I need to say that again because some ways I, you know, spoken about it. Because one of the things I thought about was okay, a lot of people have been saying, oh, Will's mom was abused, but we keep forgetting that it's not. I'm not supporting a man abusing a woman, but sometimes we don't always know the backstory of what happened on why you know she was abused or whatever. So like I can't remember his name, you know, picked on it because I feel like Will's mom has an issue that you know that most of us don't know about, and so I just wanted to speak on that basically.
Well, where are you from?
Nigeria.
Okay, yeah. So y'all be laying hands over there out here.
Yeah.
Hey.
Go ahead. Whoever's about to say something.
Bet that Will's dad beat his mom because she had alopecia. Yeah.
No.
No.
That's on the line of inappropriate jokes. That one crossed the line.
That does not cross the line. Fuck that. No. You slapping comedians, you get to work. Fuck that. What if his dad beat his mom because she had alopecia and it just brought back like that would be like the only justifiable excuse for what happened.
But you know it's funny. I'm not supporting that joke, but I think she has alopecia too because she's bald-headed right now. I think now that you mention it, maybe that's one of the reasons because she's also bald-headed. So maybe that's one of the things that also triggered him when he heard the joke.
Oh, because the mom is bald-headed?
Yeah, like because I watched an interview like 2 days ago, and they were asking her a question what she feels about what Will did. She said, "Oh, that's the first time she's going to see him act that way," but she's not against what he did because it's just that's Will just trying to be himself.
Wait, his mom said. Hold on, wait. The mom said that she's not against what he did.
Yeah, she wasn't against it. She just the way she made the statement. I'm not quoting her directly, but the way she said it I can't remember exactly, but the way she said it was, oh, she's not really against that's Will trying to be himself, and then she wanted to.
We're gonna review that. We're gonna review that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you look on YouTube, you should be able to find it. Yeah, because I think it was a short interview because she was watching she said she was watching the Oscars from home and she was surprised and she said that was the first time she saw him behave that way. So
she said that's the first time she saw him behave that way.
Yeah, that's what she said.
All right. I think
And
this
in
is
that video,
this
she was bald headed as well. So maybe that's why he snapped. You know, his mom is bald headed, the wife is bald headed, and that joke just. But I don't think the joke really triggered anything, because if that what it is, he would have reacted immediately he heard the joke rather than laughing.
Oh yeah, that's true. So he can't even use that. He can't even use that excuse. You're right. It's just
Will Smith's mother is speaking out.
Hold on. Okay, now I can actually see it. I'm gonna get to all the super chats. Thank you, everybody who's supporting the stream. I'm going to get to those super chats. Yeah, keep them coming on in. I'm gonna get to them in a second, right after we look at this.
About the Oscar attack and fallout that's followed, Carolyn Smith.
Fair use.
Smith spoke exclusively to our Philadelphia sister station, WPVI. She says watching her son finally win an Oscar filled her with pride, but the now infamous confrontation that preceded it surprised even her.
That's the first time I've ever seen him.
What the hell? That's Jada's exact hairdo. Oh my God, he has an Oedipus complex.
I can't get that off the screen for some reason. Why can't I get rid of that? Oh, there it is. Oh, shit.
With an exclusive interview with members of Will Smith's family, his mother and sister, who
Okay,
spoke
can y'all
to her
still
from their
see?
home in Montgomery County tonight. Sorry.
And so graciously, they let me in, Rick, to talk about this. Everyone is talking about it. Like any other mother, Carolyn Smith thinks the world of her son, Will Smith. She says Will constantly puts the family first, that he is loving and so even keel.
That ain't even the right one that I was looking at. I was looking at this one. Hold on. This is the one I was looking at. That's the right one.
Will Smith's mother is speaking out about the Oscar attack and fallout that's followed. Carolyn Smith spoke exclusively to our Philadelphia sister station, WPVI. She says watching her son finally win an Oscar filled her with pride, but the now infamous confrontation that preceded it surprised even her.
That's the first time I've ever seen him go off.
He married his mom. Am I the only one that sees this?
Well, he didn't marry his mom 25 years ago. She's on her way.
Huh?
Jada is heading in that direction.
No, I'm saying he married a version of his mom. Y'all don't see this? Y'all don't see how bizarre this is? How twisted? Look at this. Look at the shape of her head. Look at her complexion. This dude married his mom. This is so twisted. This is so wrong. I thought his mother was the woman in the song that said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." I thought
no.
But no, this is his mom.
Yeah, that's his mom.
Oh my God, he has an Oedipus complex because Jada always has short hair. So he leaves a tall, light-skinned woman with long hair and gets with his mom. This is twisted. This is fucked. This is his mom and his daughter. I mean, this is his mom, his wife, and his daughter. This dude always finds himself surrounded by short-haired, light-skinned chicks. This is... Oh, Will needs help. He needs help. He needs like a panel. He needs like a panel. He needs like one of those psychiatrists that has like a bunch of students and the students are PhDs and they like, ooh, this person is about to speak. If he cracks Will Smith, he's going to win the Nobel Prize for dealing with imbeciles. Like, that is what's going on. This is bad. He got this is an Oedipus complex. Okay.
All right, let's roll it.
Infamous confrontation that preceded it surprised even her.
That's the first time I've ever seen him go off. The first time in his lifetime.
Yeah. It surprised you too.
Yes, it did. It did. As I said, I've never seen him do that.
He was like, "Oh, I wish I was in, such and such shoes, and oh, those are my goals and
that's
everything."
His
it's
sister.
like, but you really don't.
All right.
DNA is
probably different daddies.
Okay.
I mean, the blonde braids are not DNA, and that's really the biggest problem. The biggest problem is not genetic here.
No. I mean, Will Smith is 50 and fit, and what in the hell is? Okay, I'm not even gonna get into that.
She don't look. She just don't look like she got a rich brother. I mean, I don't know. I don't. Money make you look good. All right, carry on.
If money make you look good, she can't afford $100,000 bar. She just, this is bad. I don't want to think about it. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's okay.
Because
it takes to get there, and I've had conversations with him, and it's like it really kind of broke my heart listening to the things that he said that he had to go through.
While the world has varying opinions, there's no controversy in the Smith family. They're proud of the actor and say they're confident he will make the right moves going forward. Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC.
All right. All right. To the super chats. Yeah, I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming through on the super chat end of things. Little Rock says hooked on phonics. I think she was talking about Auntie J, who said I forgot what she said. But uneducated lame in the building says I might need this back because I'm about to get fired. Oh man. The Mac the Trucker in the building says Auntie J is off the ENJ. Good call. She sang that Go Tell It on the Mountain though. Yeah, I can't. She sang that. Perfect Blackness says just say no. Yeah, every super chat I'm reading is people commenting on Auntie J. Man, that was funny. That was funny as hell. Give me a second though, because I gotta try to scroll down. I'm so behind on the chat, so I'm gonna be scrolling for a long time. Oh wait, no, I'm caught up. On it. I think I'm caught up on the chat. If you super chatted something and I missed it, I do apologize. I'll try to cycle back up and see if I can find them all. I think I already read that one. He says, man, I know she on somebody. That's what I was thinking too. That's why I had her sing Go Tell It on the Mountain. He said, man, I know she on somebody motherboard. Silent Killer, thank you for the super chat. The Mac the Trucker, he says, Bernard, okay, Bernard, I need to upload this clip. I think I read that one already. All right. Getting back into it again. Appreciate everybody who support the stream. that was some wild ones, but
Are you surprised that you're just hearing about Will Smith's sister? Because I never knew he had a sister.
I don't know if I knew. I don't know if I know.
Because someone that is that popular, you should have heard about his sister, whether his younger sister or older sister. That's weird. I don't know.
His words are true. It is weird that this is the first we're hearing of her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it do seem like you would have possibly heard something about her, but no, this is my first time ever seeing her, to my knowledge. I mean, maybe I heard something and didn't know. I mean, if you read his book or something like that, or saw a little documentary, they normally say it. He has 3 sisters or so and so or whatever. But I don't know. I can't call it. But no, that's my first time. That's my first time seeing his sister or his mom. But yeah, that was a trip. That she looking like the Jada is gradually, slowly but surely headed in that direction to looking like his mom.
Exactly.
That is funny.
Exactly. That is something deep. And the cold part is that Jada knows it. She could have wore a wig like 90% of black women, but instead she said, I am going to mimic my head just like his mom's. That's not a coincidence.
Yeah. Says Auntie J, I'm not off no EJ. Don't drink. I smoke weed. Oh man. Where do we go from here? Hey, OGJ Speed, you met your match. Your match was up here. She was messing up words. She was sounding like I need to get both of y'all to come up here and sing Go Tell It on the Mountain to do a duet. Like that was funny. She was the female equivalent of OGJ Speed. Like literally. Like that happened. But anyway, game changer. So what do you think about have you read the article where Jada Pinkett spoke to an insider, an unknown insider, and the insider spoke to US Weekly and said what Jada said. Have you read the article?
Yeah, I read a piece of it. Somebody sent it to me. And yeah, I wouldn't call it like a complete throw under the bus, but she is on some SYSBW right there. Save yourself, black woman. It's like and I want to point out, and this is something you missed, Bernard. I want to point out, because Kevin caught this. She laughed the moment that yeah. Oh, you caught that? Yeah. So
I didn't do an exact stream on that one, but I am aware that happened. I was at the time that was released. I was more or less done doing content on it. I was basically wouldn't want to do no content until Jada Pinkett actually said something about it. And if she said something stupid, I was going to do some content on that. But the laugh, no, I did see that right afterwards, she was chuckling and cackling. She went from being mad, mugging Chris, side-eyeing Will, back to Chris, back to Will, and she after the slap, and she's laughing. And I think they even was trying to her and other people in the audience were still trying to laugh it off, even after Will was yelling to get your name out my mouth situation, So yeah, it was.
But for her to say that, she didn't know he was going to do it, for her to absolve herself from any accountability while laughing at the act, is disingenuous at best. Now, I want to point out, and I don't think, because I also didn't feel like covering either, but I'll say it here. I don't think she was laughing at Chris. I think she was laughing at Will. I repeat, I don't think that she was laughing at Chris. I think that she was laughing at Will. The joke was on Will. She just looked at him like, look at this nigga going up and making a fool of himself on my behalf. She was laughing at Will. She's like, look at him trying to repair his bruised ego ever since I fucked him over, Tupac in August. Look at this. I think she was secretly laughing at Will. It may have looked like she was laughing at Chris, but nah, she was laughing at Will. Yeah, exactly. She somebody said laughing because of the joy of the control she got over him. Exactly.
That's possible.
She's laughing at her dancing monkey. She's like, he's about to do something stupid. Okay, see, because you're looking confused. All right.
So, no, I'm not. That wasn't what you were saying. I got screens up and I'm trying to read something and trying to pull up something. But no. I was following what you were saying.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you set somebody up to do something stupid, you're going to laugh. You're going to laugh. It's like if you see somebody, say somebody like Cat Williams, right, and then be like, hey. You should just you gonna let Terry Crews talk to you like that? You need to go ahead and take care of that. And then you see him approach, you cracking up at about what's about to happen. Like, this nigga, I juiced him up to go get his ass whooped. Laughing. That's the type of joke. The joke was on Will. Jada might have been. I strongly believe that Jada was laughing at Will.
Very possible.
Like, I just convinced him to do something stupid. He's about to lose millions. Is what she was thinking. I get that impression.
Here's another didn't quite age well for Will Smith clip.
I felt the only way I could make that movie is it had to be a love story, not a vengeance story. I don't believe in violence as the reaction to violence. So when I'm looking at that, it's like, no. It has to be for love. The only way he can retrieve his love is to do this. He can't want to be this. No. Like, violence begets violence. For me, I just couldn't connect to violence being the answer.
Oh, wow.
I just couldn't connect to violence being the answer.
I don't even know what movie they was talking about there, but whatever it was, okay, it didn't quite age well. I don't even know what movie they was referring to.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's another clip. That little Big Nate is just sending me didn't age well clips of Will Smith. But we got what is your name? That iJack or just Jack?
J-Lock, not iJack.
I can't. No, I literally can't see. Is that a J or a I?
The J.
That's J-Lock. Yeah.
J-Lock.
How you doing?
No, I literally.
The letter J followed by the word lock. Yeah.
In order to see it, I would have to do this. I would have to make it appear there.
I just want to be up for Shirley.
There and damn it, I still can't see it. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
No, I was just saying to you in the chat. I was trying to tell you that all of them has bald head. His mom, Jada, Will, and Willow all have bald heads, including Will. Reference to Tupac. All of them have bald heads.
It's a cult.
Think about it.
This nigga is trapped in a bald.
All of them. That's all.
Wow.
It was already funny acknowledging that they all had bald heads.
His grandma probably got a bald head. Who knows?
You're gonna go and connect it to Tupac. That's just wrong.
Listen, we're gonna see Jada. Now I won't be surprised Jada Smith called all his dreadlocks off. He has a bald head also as well.
They all just trolling him.
Oh, God.
Exactly.
Hey, well, since speaking of Tupac, I know a lot of people did some content on it. I haven't bothered looking it up or researching it because that like kind of leaked out, or people started doing content on that around the time that I said I was done talking about this. But what is the deal with this whole thing about Willow writing a letter to Tupac when she was like 9 or 11 or something?
Yeah,
11.
I'm not gonna hold that too hard against him because he's a kid and he's a pop star. But could you do me a favor? Could you highlight Nick Penn's latest one?
Nick Penn says, "Okay, Conehead Coat's going after Will."
Yeah, no, but I mean, more important than that, the emoji looks like Jada. It's yellow with a bald head. That emoji is modeled after Jada Pinkett. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I can see that. I see what they were going for there. Yeah. It was going for a Jada Pinkett look on the laughing face emojis.
Well, I think most emojis just look like various forms of Jada Pinkett.
Mm-hmm. Jada Pinkett making different faces.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
She is the emoji model. Just saying.
All right. We have OG Jade Speed. Well, first off, y'all hit the like button. I have no idea where we at on the like. I don't know why this coffee is making me sleepy, but shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all hit the like button. Let's get the likes up, even though I have no idea. They could be up triumphantly, but let's get them up higher. Hit the like button. Appreciate everybody who supported the stream thus far. Appreciate everybody who supported the stream thus far. Yeah, keep the wheels turning around here, so I do appreciate each and every one of you. But let's get ready to go to OG J Speed. Do you have the floor? You have the mic.
How the hell are you there, Ronaldo?
All right, I heard enough. So okay, moving on. No, I'm just
Boy, you funny as hell. Hey man, what is this shit on Will on Wednesday? What is the hell is this?
I mean, it's better than slap on Chris Saturdays.
Oh, well, he should have been slapped. I'm sorry, but he should have been slapped a long time ago.
No. You are a man of comedy. You are a man of comedy.
No, I'm a man of comedy. But if a joke hurts, then it's not a joke. That's 101 rule of being a comedian. Number 2 is y'all keep acting like Tupac was Jesus. Come on, Tupac was a person trying to act like a gangster. If you have never worked with him, you would have known that he act nothing like he was when he was in front of the camera. So
I actually kind of agree with. I mean, I've never been around him, but I always thought that part of his gangster, persona, part of that was an act. I always thought that to some degree, or either that, or he was just a real complex individual.
Can I tell you something?
Okay, go ahead.
If you didn't put the camera in front of Tupac, he was just as quiet as Prince.
No, see, that's normal. You can't just say that.
No. I work with him, Bernard.
No. What I'm saying is there's a lot of people who's quiet until it's time for them to speak.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that persona that he was trying to walk around with, that was Suge Knight invested in him.
He was thug rapping before he got with Suge Knight.
No.
I think no. Let me help you. Let me hold on. Let me help you.
Help me out.
Somebody who went to performing arts school, and if you listen to older interviews when he was younger, nothing about it sounded like somebody who's just that much of a thug. It's like if he's a thug, he became a thug later in life. Either that, or he's just, like I said, a really complex individual. One or the other. Either he started either this performing arts guy who went to film school, who's an actor, was acting like a thug, or the mere fact that he's from where he's from, and when he got money, it came out of him. All those are possibilities, but I did think to some degree it was an act.
Yeah, if you hang around people that was more gangster than you, sooner or later it's gonna rub off on you. Just like I say, they had some crazy shit going on with Suge Knight. They used to have what they call Tell the Truth Thursday, and a lot of that shit got out. Seriously, got out. You would have found out these guys was not as gangster as they said it was. Who is this? Is you trying to match me up to Kumbaya lady? You want me to sing with? Hey, Vidal, you still here? Seemed like something left. But anyway, I remember Chris Rock when he was sitting around talking to a couple comedians, and they was using the N-word, and I mean they was going in it tough, and they wasn't using the soft aura, hard aura. They were using every aura they could use. Hello, Auntie J.
Yes, hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. And you? What happened to Bernard?
I think he ran away. He didn't pay his light bill or something. Or he's running from a bill collector.
Wait a minute,
something
no,
like that.
I'm not even up on the panel.
You not?
No, I'm
Well,
backstage.
you backstage? I guess we both backstage. Then it looked like we straight on the site. Let me see.
It looks like we by ourselves.
That's what it looked like. That must mean they gone. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see what happens here. He's on the run. Yeah, Bernard is on the run. He ain't paid that damn bill. That bill collector coming.
He got a suit on. He paid that bill. He got on a suit.
You know how Negroes are when they get dress up when they do something wrong.
That damn coffee. That coffee.
That's what it is. When I see that's a problem.
When...
That's a problem. He drinking that damn instant coffee. He know damn well he can't drink instant coffee and expect to wake up. God damn it. He has to be drinking some regular coffee.
The people in the chat thought I drink. I don't even drink. I smoke weed.
Well, do you smoke weed?
Yeah, I smoke weed. Yes, I do. Every day.
What happens when you smoke weed?
Kick off your shoes and relax your feet.
You got good feet or bad feet?
I got good feet.
What is a good feet for you, young lady?
That's a nice, smooth feet.
They don't look like cleats, do they?
No, they used to.
I see women with bad feet look like cleats on, look like football players.
My feet don't define my. My feet does not define me.
Boy, you something else, boy, like that. Don't take off your shoes on a date, then.
Hell no, I ain't taking off my footies.
Yeah, you can't suck your toe with your socks on.
No, you ain't sucking it at all. I might scratch your upper lip.
I'm telling you, man. Uncle Jay, you got to work with what you got. I tell you what you get. Put a wig on your feet or something.
Yes. If I wasn't comfortable with my feet, I'm not showing them, but I don't mind showing my toes. It don't matter to me.
You don't mind showing your toes, huh?
Hell no. You looking.
Okay. Well,
I ain't looking at my toes and be like, oh, toes, you're so sexy. No, hell no. It's a toe.
It's a toe.
It's a toe.
I bet you could get Stevie Wonder to suck your toes
up. Hell no, I kick your head.
Jam.
I be like, no, I ain't got no jam. I be like,
ain't got no toe
go ahead,
jam.
kid. No, I ain't got no toe jam.
You got
I
ugly
ain't
feet.
say
You
my
gotta have
feet
toe
was
jam.
ugly. I never said they was ugly.
Oh, yeah, they
I
were.
said their feet. No, they're not ugly. If you look at them, they gonna look back at you. They're not ugly.
All right. Have you ever seen chicken feet? Do it look like that?
You know what?
You know what chicken feet look like, don't you? They all wrinkle.
No.
They all wrinkle their ass in between the wrinkles. How you get ass
No.
between the wrinkles? That's
How
what
you
chicken
get
feet.
feet like that? No, I don't have chicken feet.
All
I
right.
just
Well,
have regular toes.
yeah.
Wait, he said ass
What?
between the wrinkles.
My feet look like they been going through some things, and don't nobody understand them, man.
Yeah,
They been going through some things. They been going through some shit.
Yeah, I had a girl. She had some bad looking feet. They look like cleats. I was like, look here, girl.
My feet don't make me and turn your goddamn head.
Yeah, that what it is. Oh, you guys, what you
That's
got some?
it.
Well, you get your good pair of socks on them. Put some stretch pants over your feet. You
No,
don't
I
wrap
put
them up.
some stretch pants over you. I ain't covering up shit. You gonna love my feet.
Oh
My
Lord,
feet can rub your back and you won't know it's my feet.
rub my back. If you can chop down a tree, you know damn well I ain't gonna trust you with your feet on my back.
I ain't say I can chop a tree with my feet,
You keep
but I
your
can
nails
cut a
groomed.
bush. I keep my nails short. I keep my toenails short.
Yeah, you keep them short. Yeah, you have to. This damn
Mhm.
thing will chop down a tree.
Yeah,
You know,
and
look
plus
like
they'll
Jason.
cut your feet.
Look like Jason on hooked onto your ankles.
Yeah, they'll cook that. What's your name?
J Speed.
JC?
No, J Speed. You can't spell it with a C. You gotta do it with a
Oh,
S.
J Speed. What is it?
J Speed like a bicycle, 10
Oh,
speed. You know what I mean?
JC.
Why
Oh,
you got
okay.
all
JC.
right. What kind of picture you got there for?
I got a picture of me when I had on one
What?
of my wigs.
Oh, you ain't want up a half your face? Ooh.
I didn't mean to take that picture like that, but yeah.
Yeah, you know when people take half a picture, that mean they be around babies. That baby's eyes ain't strong enough to look at it.
No, that meant I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I took
Oh
the
yeah,
picture.
that too. That too. Ain't
That
nothing
mean
wrong.
my head was wobbly, and the picture came out like that.
Yeah, what part of town you?
What part of town you in?
I'm in Cali.
You in Cali?
Yes, ma'am. I'm in
I'm
Cali.
coming in this summer.
Oh hell, you gonna fuck up my whole city.
No,
Especially you come
I
down
am.
here with you gonna come
They
down here
gonna
with
see
bad
me.
feet. Huh?
They gonna see me. They gonna love me.
Oh yeah, you sound like a person who could be loved. You sound like a teddy bear.
Everybody love me.
Yeah, I'm trying to
'Cause
hook
I'm
you up with
better than.
Bernard for his next wife.
No, you don't need to hook me up with a goddamn soul. I don't play that.
Oh hell, I said the wrong thing. I said the
Yeah,
wrong
I
thing.
don't play that hook
You
up
don't
for
I
play
think
no
with
she,
nigga.
OG, hold on. I think she's coming there for you.
Oh, okay. Well, Bernard,
I
let me
ain't coming
know.
for no man. I'm good. I got 99 problems, but
And a
this
man
ain't
ain't
one
one of
of
them.
'em.
So,
Hell no.
so you don't put that thing on the shelf?
No, what I'm saving it for? I
I'm
give
just
it
saying.
up.
Oh, you be giving it up.
I give it up, give it up.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
open
All
up,
right. All right.
look. I open up, ooh.
Yeah, somebody be tapping on that ass. Somebody said that in the
No, he
chat
be
room.
banging that ass. That's
Oh,
what he
they're
be
knocking
doing.
your back out.
Yeah, not my spine all the way, because, I needed to walk,
Yeah, okay.
A
Well, you can rub
little
some
bit.
Bengay on it afterwards.
I don't want to smell like no goddamn Bengay. I can't stand Bengay.
Well, what you use?
Nothing. My back don't hurt.
If he knocking it out, it will go hurt.
My butt be hurting. That's what it be
Oh,
hurting. My ass.
your ass
My
be hurt.
ass. My ass in the way.
Your
My
ass in
ass
the way.
so big. My ass so big, it's in the way.
Yeah.
It's in the motherfucking way.
Well, why you get your
I give
ass
a.
so big? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I ain't get it so big. It grew like this.
How you think it grew? You put fertilizer on? You had to eat this shit to
No,
make it get big like that.
I got it from my grandma.
Oh, your grandma, she gave you some ass too?
Oh, she gave me ass. She gave me so much ass. I be turning the corner. I gotta get my ass to come on.
I think that
It's not
sound
good.
like
It's not
Sunday
good.
them ham hocks and potatoes and shit. That don't sound like
They
your grandma
tell
would
me
give you
all,
anything but a plate of food.
man, they tell me all kinds of shit about my ass. In fact, I was outside one day and I was leaning on a car and I didn't know it. The dude had a drink sitting on my ass. I said, "You motherfucker." Had a drink sitting on my ass.
Oh, you just
How
like that
dare
lady in
you?
Friday, huh? What was her name in Friday?
I don't know, but I
All
don't
right.
remember no drink sitting on her butt.
Oh,
I
All
don't
okay.
right.
appreciate
All
that,
right.
huh?
Hey,
Okay.
Bernard,
All
what you
right.
got? What the hell you got going on here?
No, I just wanted to see what would happen if
And
you
we
and
got together.
RGJ got in the same room at the same time. That's why I just dropped off and just let y'all talk. I didn't say nothing.
Boy, you something else, boy. I'm telling you.
I just wanted to see what happened.
Well, you know, you put gasoline on a goddamn fire when you do shit like that. You get two old senior citizens together with a little bit of sense, boy, you're gonna have a good time.
You said a little bit of sense?
Yeah, a little bit of sense.
You mean
We don't want
combined
to have
together?
a lot. Not in this world. You don't want to have a lot of sense. You'll damn near go crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, but anyway, let me just tell you a story.
Mm-hmm.
I did a video with Tupac called Papa Son, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what was that? What's that girl name? Vivica Fox. I played her significant, his stepfather.
You played. Hold on. Time on. You said you played Vivica Fox's stepfather.
No, no. It was me, Vivica Fox. She played his mother, and I played his stepfather.
You played Tupac's stepfather.
Yes, sir.
In what movie?
It's called. It's not a movie. It's called Papa Son. It's a video, song he did.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up.
I am looking it up now. We're gonna see you playing the stepfather.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a look at this.
Yes, sir.
Tupac's song? It's actually Tupac's song?
Yeah, Papa Son, yes.
Is it son or song?
Papa Son.
Son.
You know how Tupac.
I know Tupac's. This must be one of his
early before Suge Knight. That's why I was telling you.
Okay. Okay, this was on. Okay, I knew this was on the album, the Tupac album I never really listened to.
Right.
All
right. The gentleman at the table was hollering at Vivica Fox. That's me.
Wait, no, I don't see the video yet. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I know you're a little slow drinking that instant coffee, man. You gotta get some real goddamn coffee. You go have all them goddamn nice glasses and jugs there.
Give me a minute. Okay. I do not want to get a copyright strike, but
just keep going down until you see me and her hollering at the table. As his brother, supposed to be his brother, who's he's supposed to be the businessman.
Yeah, give me a second. We about to get you in HD. Well, this was from like 91. So
oh hell, that thing is old.
I don't know how HD is gonna be, but
some of the videos in black and white.
Oh, whoa, hold on. We're gonna go without music.
Yeah, go without music. Go on down.
All right.
Let me say go down till she's sitting down. When she's sitting down, okay, keep going down. When she's sitting at the table, you're still sitting at the table with me, and I'm going in on her ass. Vivica actually was scared of me. She thought I had came from jail.
Why she thought you came from jail?
Because a lot of videos, right here. Go back, Bernard. Go back. You see it right there? That's me and her right there. I'm getting ready to cuss her ass out because she got too many memes coming upstairs where I'm working.
Memes? Oh, that's you right there.
Yeah,
like that little side shot.
Yes, sir. They go back and forth, but she was scared of me because they use a lot of people from jail.
Oh damn, you going on?
Yeah, I'm going off on her.
I don't know what you were saying, but I know it was some broken English.
Yeah, exactly. I know it was some real English, but no, don't you fuck around like that earlier this morning. But anyway, yeah, she was scared of me because she thought people had came from prison. They'll show another clip coming down again of me and her talking. Yeah, I'm trying to tell her she can't be fucking like that while I'm working hard. with around a little boy. You know what I mean?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she don't stood. She don't did one of them black women things. Stand up. You know what I mean? But that's when Vivica was nice looking. I don't know what this Vivica they throw in front of us now. So when I be talking about certain actors,
is that it? Are you in the video again?
Yeah, I think it just pops in, pops out. You know, what's the name? You see the guy in jail? He's the one shot the video. He was very close to Tupac. And you know, they introduced me and him. You know, he picked me. Matter of fact, after I did this, they wanted me to do Penitentiary too, but I just couldn't do that. I was raising my son at that time.
Dang, that's old. Penitentiary 2?
Yeah. So yeah, they were just getting ready to do Penitentiary 2, and the guy was one of the casting director was there when me and Vivica Fox were going at it, and he's like, "Damn, I got a part for you, man." But I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do that.
Is you gonna be half dead?
Oh wait, I know this. My fault. I was listening to the music. I couldn't even hear y'all talking. But no, I know this song. I just never knew what it was called. Yeah, I didn't care for this album or didn't listen to this one that much. That's why I couldn't remember the song by name, but I know it now that I hear the beat.
What part did they offer you in Penitentiary?
He never did skip his career. I told him I couldn't do it outside. I was raising a son. He was 16 years old. I just couldn't do that kind of movie. So, matter of fact, I only did 2 videos. That was this one, as far as musical videos. This one, and I did one called Chocolate City from his other boy. That never really got big. So, but you know, these people, like when y'all see them in front of cameras and stuff, they are totally different when they're behind when the cameras is not on, man.
What role did they have for you in Penitentiary? I'm curious.
I don't know, but he said he had a boxing role because I had a sport agent at that time, so it had something to do with boxing too. So whatever character they developed,
you would have been too sweet.
I don't know. He said it had something to do with boxing. He said you be one of his opponents. I mean, he was once he seen the way me and her were going at, and she got scared. She made him cut. We did that scene about 7 times. She asked, she said cut, and then she said cut, not the director. And she walked over to the director and she asked him, was I one of the guys from prison? And because she wanted to know, because she didn't want me to flip. And he said, nah, he's just an actor. You know what I mean? Because they do a lot of people from prison in these videos, especially in these music videos, because they get just pretty much pay them nothing. Or it's a job that they parole officers don't feel bad about. It's a decent job. So that's just the way they was doing it back in the day. And everybody was working in the 90s. There were so many people working. It was so many black opportunities in the 90s that people was like turning down work. Actors, stuntmans, even extras, they was turning down work because there was so much work back in that day. So. But anyway,
they was making so many black movies back then.
Yeah, they were making, man. It was like Fire Heartbeat was one out there. Then you had Townsend had his own studio in Hollywood. I worked with him on his show a couple times. I mean,
what show? My Wife and Kids? Not My Wife and Kids, but
no. Townsend had his own studio, a variety show like Living Color.
Yeah, no,
that was Townsend?
It wasn't like in Living. It was more like.
Well, you know what I'm saying. It was more musical.
I was about to say it was more like
boom.
No, what I was trying to say, his show was more sort of like of the look of like the Arsenio Hall show.
Yeah,
but he probably had more comedy stuff. And
he had skits.
He had like skits interworked in there, but that was the look and set of his show, kind of.
All right. So young people are confused. JSP, let me just explain. Penitentiary is a movie from like the 70s. It follows like a boxer, a middleweight boxer that went to jail, and he was telling all the bitches how to defend themselves, and then they started like a boxing league.
Leon Isaac Kennedy
is basically what it's about, and the star, his name was Too Sweet.
Yeah, was it Sweet Meat or something like some bullshit?
It was Too Sweet.
Oh, okay, because I ain't want to be none of that sweet meat, too sweet, none of that bullshit. Not raise my son, man. I wasn't playing no part like that. Whatever it was.
It was
like
weird,
anything that had to do with prison, it was gonna be a shitty deal. So I ain't want to.
It was. There was a lot of booty warriors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like booty breakers and all that.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck no.
And that's the thing. The movie consisted of booty breakers and booty brokers. So yeah, it would not have been a good role either way.
I think that's where a lot of this prison sex come from anyway in our neighborhood.
What neighborhood do you live in?
Yeah, I'm serious, from all this prison jail shit. You know what I mean? You come home, the man come home from jail, the only thing he want to do is scratch your back and want to hit you from the back. Your back piece of shit going on in his life.
He just for those that don't know, OG Speed refers to anal sex as prison sex.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I just came up off of my translation services in Negroese.
Thank you, Pablo. Especially with that Tiger Woods goddamn tight ass goddamn pants you got on. You playing some golf there? Yeah, that's
from the
you.
earlier conversation between J Speed and your more mature lady that you had on. I would like to offer a translation if needed.
Are you asking me to bring her back?
Well, I mean, I wanted to translate their conversation, their back and forth, for those that don't understand old Negroese. I understand.
What did we miss?
Well,
I don't know.
Everything we said.
You might not understand it. Did you understand everything? If not, I'll just bow out. I don't. You don't need my services.
Oh no. I thought you was about to come up and explain something that we missed in the conversation.
No, I remember the last time JC was talking, nobody understood it because it was old Negroese. They didn't understand the language. I just came to offer that translation services, but it sounds like you managed to decode it.
No, it sounds like it sounds like your life is going like it usually go. You never need it. That's what it sounds like. God damn it!
I didn't get that one. No.
Well, Pablo, why don't you go somewhere and order you a sausage biscuit or something early in the morning? You know, Pablo like to eat. But Pablo like to eat when he come on your show. But no, that is a reference towards that. The last 20 times he came on, he was ordering something out of a restaurant. Or either that he drive for DoorDash.
Well, Game Changer made a very astute observation though, with the mom and the bald headed and him trying to protect his mama, the Oedipus complex thing. Oh yeah, you tied that all in together real nice, man.
Okay, let me just put it this way: why I'm not so hard on what happened to Chris.
I know why.
He went on Oprah Winfrey show and called this and said there was blacks and ninjas. All right, she had the number one show at that time.
You're a ninja lover.
Yeah, and so then he went and had 3 white comedians on his show, and they was just laughing it up by using the N-word, and I couldn't understand. And even Jerry was the only one say, I don't use it, and I haven't found any laughter in it at all, and neither I'm seeking it, neither. And so Chris was just still sitting down there. He was hitting the white man on the leg, rubbing his legs and all, and they was just having a ninja convention on how to use the word. That's number 2. Then he went and did a tour about, there was a revolution, a civil war going on between blacks and ninjas. All right.
Mm-hmm.
At that time. And I'm saying this, if you know that's the case, Chris Rock, there's a civil war been going on this long. You shouldn't have fired that fucked up missile you fired at his wife, and he had to fire back at your ass. And then there's another thing.
Okay, all right. I was trying to ride with you. What do that Civil War got to do with the Civil War? I mean, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hold on, wait, time out. Let me ask the question.
Yes,
I'm saying there's a Civil War. On one side is black people, on the other side is niggas. What does that have to do? Because you said that if you knew that Civil War going on, you shouldn't have launched that missile. So what are you saying?
What I'm saying is,
if black people's side or niggas side, and so somebody on one turf offended somebody on the other turf, that ain't had nothing to do with that.
Okay, you gonna let me explain it, or you just go give your own summation of what you think the fuck I just said?
That's what the hell I did, didn't I?
And you did do that, and you did it well.
Exactly. I had to stop you before I be trying to save you before you say the nonsense.
Yeah, I like that grape suit you got on too.
Grape? This is blue.
That's grape. That's what we call it in the.
What kind of grapes do you eat?
Hey, that's what we call it in the soup world. We call that a grape soup.
I'm gonna ask
All
Kevin
right.
Samuels. That sounds like bullshit.
Well, Kevin said that he's gonna have to check it around to the white boys to figure out what the
What?
hell I'm talking about right about now. But anyway,
What
I'm gonna
does
tell you why that
great?
has something to do with it, Bernard. Let me tell you. Okay, if you explain to the world that you go on concert, you go on live shows and whatever, there's a civil war going between blacks and we hate ninjas. All right, so that sets up the war. Now I'm trying to get to the rest of the part of this too. Now Chris had Jada on his talk show. What was it, 2 weeks 2 weeks before Will Smith, 2 or 3 weeks before they got married, and he gave a bottle of champagne for not mentioning Will Smith's name. Now I believe that there's a lot of water floating under this shit with Will Smith. If you think about it, it wasn't so much of him going in on Jaded as much as him digging in on Will. And he's been digging on Will for a while. Y'all want to think that this was just they friends and stuff like that. When Jaded made the call to him, telling him to boycott the Oscars, then Will feel like they were stabbed in the back, because not only did you not do it, you went in on them harder and told them about the conversation. So there's a lot of shit going on in this that y'all just thinking it has to do with just a bald head. No, these two, I think secretly, and I think I heard somebody else say this too, that Chris might have a wink or two for Jaded and just hate Will.
What the hell? Okay, so OG, first of all,
Y'all don't know how
what did you mean when you say water floating under the bridge? What does that mean?
I'm saying, you know how people, you standing on solid ground, but you don't understand there's water running on your feet. And so
running.
there's
You said floating.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had a
Yeah,
misquote. I misquote myself. Miss
All right. You yeah. Okay,
I
so
gave
in this
myself the wrong
Civil War that you predicated all of this on, what is Will? Is he black people, or is he?
Oh, no. Will, no. It had nothing to do with Will and Chris straight up. But what I'm saying it has something to do with is, if you know there's people who's out there go do niggerish stuff, then don't fire a missile at someone that you know been nudged and you don't have really a good relationship all these years, and expect fire that goddamn cannon and the damn ball didn't come out, and all of a sudden you get hit back with what you've been talking about for years.
Damn it. Why would he assume that Will Smith, Mr. Clean Rap, is on side nigga? Why would
Because
he assume
again, wait a minute. Again, name changer.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a persona. Will Smith is not what you see in that film. He's never been what you see in that film. That's what I'm trying to tell you about Tupac. Sometimes you see people in front of the film or in front of cameras, and you think they're one thing, but they're reverse on the other thing. And that's why I guess what his mama was trying to say is, y'all never seen that part, because every time he's in front of that camera, he's acting. But the real Will Smith is, he knows who his arch enemies are, and he knows. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, so you're saying that Will Smith is a hit nigga.
What I'm trying to say is, we all have to wear the mask, right? Some of us are happy
and he
to
has a regular black man mask.
Yes.
And if you take the mask
we all
off,
have.
he's a nigga.
We all have. In certain level, we all have. We have the mask we wear, we have the persona we have. Bernard is probably the cool, laid back guy. He's on this on his show. But I'm pretty sure there's another side of Bernard you never get to see, and he don't want you to see.
No.
And you don't want to see it neither.
I'm pretty much. I mean, I don't want y'all to see my Google searches, but other than that, I'm pretty much who you see.
No, what I'm saying, Bernard, what I'm saying is, if you got pushed in the corner, they don't want to see that, Bernard.
If I'm in a fight, I'm in a fight. But
or even just before you get to a fight. Go down there and see what Curly Neal got to say. The one get the shiny head.
What?
You know what I'm talking about.
You talking about me?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The one always coming up trying to correct me and shit.
All right, I'm glad you.
He's
Okay,
my
that's a good
friend.
That's a good segue. I was just about to pass it to Shannon anyway. Go ahead.
Shannon, how you doing? How the hell you doing?
You got the floor. You got the mic, and I'm gonna actually put you on the because you got the most crispest camera work in the game.
Nah, we about the same. We about the same.
Not today. When I get right here, see, I don't got the background blurred out, and the settings on my camera be changing overnight. So sometimes I be looking sort of like how you looking, but I can't pull that off every day. I can't pull that off every day. But go ahead, man. You got it. You got it.
Why my man say I always come up to Child? I don't come up to Child. I did that one time.
And I hold it against you. I'm doing the Will Smith thing. I hold it against you from the first time you started in on me.
No, listen. So what my man is saying is actually true. It is. Everybody has a breaking point. Everybody has a snapping point. I remember. I don't know if you guys used to watch. I don't know if you got old enough to watch Happy Days. And there was this episode in Happy Days where Fonz, he's like the big tough guy, and this other guy's kid wanted to hang around Fonz. And so his father was like, don't hang around him. I want you to come around me. And Fonz, in order to get the kid to get off of him and go back to his dad, he pushed his father to the point where he was going to jump into a losing fight. But he still had to do that to teach the kid. But he knew that his father had a breaking point. All of us have a breaking point. Bernard, you got one. I got one. We all got one. The thing about it though, is most of us have enough intelligence to not go there per se. A lot of times we'll punch a hole in the drywall in our house, or we'll tear up some shit, or we'll flip a table over. But everybody has a breaking point. The thing about Will Smith, though, what his mother was saying was that his personality is antithetical to what we saw on stage. And I hear what you're saying,
J Speed.
Yeah, I know, but I want to. Everybody calls you old man, but I be wanting to call you J Speed. I don't know which one you want me to call you. Okay,
it don't make no difference. It don't make no difference.
All right, Jay,
just don't call me late for the dinner.
All right, Jay. So Jay, what his mother was saying was what he did was not his normal name. Now, I've met Will on a couple of occasions. You know what? We in Hollywood out here in LA. He's really a cool, laid back dude. What we saw on stage is actually different. He was putting on a show for his wife. But here's what I found out. And this is why I cammed up today. I really went hard on Will Smith. I was like, yo, Chris Rock is 0% wrong. Will Smith is 100% wrong. And he could share that with Jada. I kind of like on a couple shows last week. I was like, nah, fuck that. I don't give a fuck what happened. Will Smith was wrong, period. You don't do that kind of shit. You made us look bad. I went there with it, right? Until one of my boys called me, who hung around the comedy circuits out here in LA. He called me after last time I went in on a live with Will was last Thursday. He called me Friday. He was like, yo, Shan, did you know, because I saw your show, did you know that Will Smith forewarned Chris about mentioning Jada? I was like, no, he didn't. He said, yeah. So what happened back in 2016 when the whole Oscar So White thing, and he kind of went up there and he wore an all white suit and he went up there and kind of danced a jig for the white folk. Even though Jada had went and did that little public announcement, Chris, I love you. You're the best person for the job, but I won't be there and I won't be watching because the Oscars is so white. Not a single black person was nominated for anything, even though we had 7 black people that should have been. And then they got you wearing a goddamn white tuxedo. They kind of like slapping our face. I ain't coming, but that's cool. Then he went up there and busted that joke on Jada for not coming.
And Will.
Here's the thing. My boy told me that a phone call was placed. Now, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, because I remember watching Chris Rock's Oscar speech that day. It's a little he did crack that joke on Will and Jada, but he did address the Oscars being racist, and he basically said on stage that yes, the Oscars. He's like, of course the Oscars are racist, and he went off and went in on the Oscars a little bit, but he probably balanced it out and also made some jokes on Will and Jada.
But the problem with that,
hold on.
There's a problem with that though. There was a secret telephone call between them, all them 3. And
let me get to that. Let me get to that.
Yeah. Shannon was on the way to that. Let's hear it in plain English.
Yeah, Bernard, you're right. You're right. He let the Oscars know how white they were. And what they did was wrong, and so on and so forth. But he also let black people know, look what you're doing. It shouldn't have been a balanced thing. It should have been lopsided. And that's what a lot of people were saying. It was like, yo, goddamn, we sick of being balanced. We always balance. We always talk a little bit about them and then talk about us. You gonna crack a joke on us and then crack a joke on them. No, just crack a joke on them because we not wrong. And that's where people was mad at him. It's not so much that he didn't say anything to the Oscars, that he did say something to the black folk. He should have left the black folk out of his mouth. That's the issue with that. Now, the next thing is what I didn't know. And this is why I was kind of going hard. My friend said, well, somebody asked me last week, they said, okay, say for instance, Will, because I know Will Packer, the producer of the Oscars, who first did it this year, and I was told a few things about what happened during rehearsal and whatnot. Somebody said, well, what if Will? And here's a question for everybody: what if Will Smith called Chris Rock and said, "Hey man, we're gonna be there. Don't mention us. You did that 5 years ago. Don't do that again, man. If you do, we're gonna have a problem. Just because you my man, so just kind of like just keep the joke out of our mouth. I mean, keep our names out of your mouth just for this one show. But we support you, we with you, and we didn't say nothing last time. Don't do that again. Appreciate you, bro. Talk to you." Somebody said, well, they asked me that, and I said, well, damn, if Will put that phone call in before the show, at any time since 2016 to the day before the Oscars this year, I would have to say, God damn, I'm gonna have to put a little bit on Chris. Well, lo and behold, my man called me the next day. Who's in the comedy circuit, and he said he was there. He said with his own ears, he heard that phone call. He said he doesn't know if it went any further in person, but he knows for sure after 2016 that phone call, and it was some weeks after, he said that phone call was placed about Chris mentioning Jada and jabbing her on the show. And so that was part and parcel of why he snapped at the Oscars this time. So I just wanted to say, what do you guys think about what if motherfucker gave you warning in advance? Now here's the thing, don't get me wrong. Will fucked up. You don't just go up there and do that in public on national TV, millions watching, so on and so forth. But I was giving Chris Rock no problem because I was saying he's a comedian. This is his job. It wasn't even like G.I. Jane, wasn't even a jab at her hair. Shit, she looked like a goddamn G.I. Jane. That was actually a compliment. I was going in on Will and giving Chris, I was exonerating him completely. He was acquitted of all charges as far as I'm concerned. But now that I know that he was told, bro, just kind of like don't say nothing, I'm kind of putting a little bit on Chris. How you guys feel about that?
Well, wait, before you do that, let me ask someone.
Hold on. Got an important question. You're going to make sure I got your timeline right. That don't say nothing about us. Don't mention us. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
When did you say that call came?
He said that this happened actually 5 years ago, whatever the month is, 2016. It was an old time. Now I don't know if they've hung out, had dinner, went to the clubhouse since then. But I just know that that's what was supposed to be. That phone call was put in after the Oscar So White in 2016.
Okay, so you're saying he called on? Wait a minute. See, that's where I got confused, and I can't even give. If you're saying that phone call was in 2016 before Chris Rock went on.
No, after. It was after.
After.
It was
okay. So
you saying that after the joke, and it was like, yo, man, why would you do that? You see, my wife gave you that little video saying that she supported you, and you went out and busted a joke on us, bro. Just don't mention us no more when you go on stage. That's what happened after the Oscars in 2016. After Chris Rock made that joke, this year he brought her up again.
Nah, I can't. Hold on, OG. You going last, OG. You going last.
I gotta say this, Bernard.
No, God, come on. All right.
But no, just let me say this, okay? What Shannon is not telling you, that conversation went on before this Oscar too.
How do you know that?
Wait,
how do you know that?
Wait. Let me fill you in on something else too. That joke that everybody said that Chris had it in the teleprompter and it was already scripted. It was not scripted. It was not written by anybody. He threw that in as a jab because it was not scripted, and he did that. And then right after he did it, you heard what he said. Oh, that's a little one. See, he did that to nudge Chris.
How do you know
Because
that they had a conversation?
Okay. It's in the back wing. Everybody knows who's a player out here in Hollywood that conversation did happen. So y'all can speculate on all this other stuff. I'm telling you what they're talking about. You know that water I was telling you about on the solid ground. Actors, producers, and just like Shannon will tell you, people in promotion in the industry, we hear a lot of back chat about a lot of things that y'all don't hear about. It's not the narrative that the news want to tell you. It's not the narrative that Grammys want to tell you or the Oscars or anything else. We know exactly what's really going on. And I'm telling you, that joke he throwed in there, he throwed that in to nudge again. After he has had the conversation not to bring me and my wife up.
Okay.
So
based off all the reasonable evidence, it sounds like Will basically said they was mad because he made the joke on the Oscars because they was butthurt because Will didn't get nominated for a concussion. So they was basically saying, "Look, man, we threw with you. Don't mention us on stage no more." 5 years later, he show up still mad.
I'm saying
that's
it
what
was
it's
another. It was another conversation.
But there was allegedly another call. Another call. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's gotta let Game Changer go. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead, Game Changer.
If the only thing Chris Rock nudged Will Smith into was laughter, everything else Jada nudged him into. Let's be clear. He did laugh. He did laugh at the joke.
Was it a ha?
Who does that? Who calls and says, "Nigga, you better keep me and my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth," and then laughs at the joke when he puts him in the mouth? That sounds like cap. I don't think a phone call has ever happened. Now, if it did, so what? Who in the fuck is Will? You just that would mean it's worse. That means that Will is on some for real bully shit. That means
no,
he's
it's
on
not.
Some for real, no. Anytime a man says, "Hey, if you say something, I'm gonna smack you. If you wear green tomorrow, I'm gonna smack you." You know, if you look at my girl, I'm gonna smack you. That's a bully. He's
ask how many comedians been smacked on stage.
Hold on, OG, because I'll let you say your semi.
But I'm just saying, you act like this don't happen in regular
The point is, the nigga's a bully. So fuck him.
Why is he a bully?
So hold on. If you call in to try to
his
check
family
niggas,
is not a bully.
If you call in to try to pre-check niggas, then you a fucking bully. Fuck that nigga.
I'm gonna ask you again.
You know,
how can you?
How is that being a bully? He's threatening. He's threatening physical harm on somebody.
Right, but
what do you
bullies
mean?
usually start off by what? Talking, right? Let's just be honest. Bullies usually start off by talking. You don't give me my goddamn your lunch money, I'm gonna kick your ass. Don't bullies usually start off like talking?
Yeah.
Yes, and that's what Will Smith did.
No. Hell no. No, the conversation didn't start from Will Smith. It started from Chris. So come on, let's be honest.
No. It's a threat. It's a threat. It's not just talking.
It's not a threat. It just
if somebody,
wait.
Listen,
One thing you got to understand: if somebody calls
you, if he called him, he's threatening him.
No. Listen, what I'm saying. Nobody said it was. Y'all took it as being a call. I'm saying it was a call as far as Will Smith knowing he's being nominated. Right? He have backstage. Him and Chris running across each other in the back. All right? Y'all act as if this shit is not rehearsed. All right? It's rehearsed way before this shit starts off. Y'all see it on TV. Days before. So you got to understand. So I'm saying in that period of time, there was a conversation. All right? That's what I'm telling you. It wasn't a threat. It was a conversation.
Is that you don't like Chris Rock. Will Smith is one fucked up nigga, and if he called
and you don't see
Chris, then it's premeditated. Hold on. It's premeditated. It's a premeditated slapping. If he called beforehand, he scheduled the shit. That's how. And then he laughed before the slap. Everything about that is fucked up. So to answer your question, brother, no, it does not make it better. It doesn't make it better if he called him twice.
I didn't ask. Does it make it better? I'm
saying
it
doesn't make Chris Rock longer.
I'm just saying, is there any culpability on Chris by dissing his voice?
It's not. No,
okay,
it's
so
not.
here's
Okay,
so hear me out. So let me play devil's advocate, right? Because again,
well,
I went hard on.
Let me bring up this
Oh, go
scenario.
ahead.
Do you do that?
All right,
okay.
go ahead.
So remember Straight Outta Compton, right?
Yeah.
And remember the cops warned NWA that do not play fuck the police, do not play fuck, and it was like, fuck you. Who are you to say that? This is my Second Amendment right to say fuck the police. Like, how are you gonna say that? And then they closed down the thing. Were the cops right in that situation? No, they were assholes and bullies. That's
you
the
talking
and
about
that's the same shit
individual
that
thing
Will
versus
Smith
a
was doing.
police force. You talking about game change. You talking about something totally different.
All right, let's
Don't
go.
even make sense.
We're going to Shannon real quick, and I gotta go grab some more coffee because this is
Got you. Game changer. So I hear you. So let me throw a little devil's advocate in it. Here's the thing. I remember I wasn't there, but I remember the NWA thing. Here's the thing. There was never a song called "Fuck Will Smith and His Wife" by Chris Rock.
Mm-hmm.
There was a song called "Fuck the Police" by NWA. They were always arch enemies. And so when your arch enemy calls and says, don't mention my name at this concert, you really gonna say fuck you. Fuck the police at the concert. God damn it, I made a song about fuck you. So why would you call me and think that I'm gonna be scared that you're gonna have me not do it? That's another thing. Now we're talking about colleagues. We're talking about colleagues in the face of protest, right? In 2016, on how they treat black people. You're a black person. I'm a black person. We're standing up for black people, but get your money. But just don't diss us black folk. And this is a private conversation between homies. So hear me out. Now, I didn't even ask my friend, did they have a conversation this year? He wouldn't have known. He said this was all in the comedy circuit back in 2016. He said that he was there for that conversation, and he knows that was put in then, and it could have died off and worn off since then. Maybe they hung out. Maybe they haven't spoken since. I don't know. We can look at it either way. What OG is saying is that maybe the phone conversation was had. Now, here's the thing. There was a rehearsal, right? I was told that the joke was put in the rehearsal, but I was also told that he didn't like the joke then. But the reality is, just like you saying, game changes, my man laughed. And it wasn't until he peeped Jada attitude that he was activated. That's why last week I was calling him a Manchurian candidate, saying all she had to do was activate that nigga, and then he went up there and did what he did. Mm-hmm. But here's my thing. If I'm your friend, let's remove the professionalism. Let's remove... You've been to my house. You broke bread with my children. You've eaten the chicken at my dinner table with me.
So
right?
August.
And we're friends. Yeah, I know, but August is the one that outed the family. It wasn't them. So I'm simply saying,
okay.
So we don't know that he didn't get slapped.
Okay, true.
August hadn't had an opportunity to go up on stage and didn't say, yeah, I fucked your wife. I'd probably think he would get slapped if that was the case. For all we know, he got his ass beat. We don't know. But the reality is
negative. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But Chris had an opportunity to go on stage, and we supposed to be boys, and we had this rapport. And I said, look, man, not us. You know, we got shit going on. And say he knew nothing about the hair. Just in general, just don't do nothing. Game changer, you my man. I want you to get that money, get that check, go do what you do. I'm up for an Oscar this year, but game changer, when you go up, because you my nigga. We just played golf 2 weeks ago. Just kind of like don't mention nothing. Can you do that? I'm assuming that the response is gonna be, all right, bro, I got you. If you do me that, and then I'm down there and I'm supporting you and I'm laughing at all your jokes and shit, and then you turn around and do exactly what I asked you not to do when we played golf 2 weeks ago. You think there's no culpability on the dude that betrayed his boy?
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, I get what you're saying. I mean, it assumes a lot happened behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's all
but here's what it comes down to. One, he laughed, and that just kind of like negates anything that supposedly happened behind the scenes. And two, you don't even if all that happened, the fact that it was a slap afterwards means that this wasn't a request between friends. This was a threat. And friends don't threaten friends. That's just not cool.
Gotcha. It wasn't a friendly conversation prior to that.
Yeah, I mean, it
couldn't have been if a motherfucker got enough courage to go up and slap you.
First of all, you're not friends. If any of my friends think that it's ever cool to smack the shit out of me, even if we play dominoes every weekend, it's like, nah, you that nigga that think it's cool to smack me. You on some different shit if I don't behave in the way that you like. We on some different shit. We're not friends. I'm just a nigga that you bully, silently. Like I'm like Debo. Like Debo in fucking Chris Tucker or Smokey.
Friday.
He was like, they was out playing rolling dice like friends. And he was like, I won. You what? I lost. That's not your fucking friend.
Yeah, but you're talking about two different things.
Friend.
You know, you're talking about two different things.
He tried to be Debo for a day.
Well, Chris will be Debo until he got smacked by goddamn what's the name at the end of the goddamn got his ass whooped at the end of the damn movie. He was. Chris was being Debo.
But that's Game Changer's point, OG. He's saying that if he is Debo and he is gonna come snatch his chain and say what bike, then they were never friends. And
Exactly. I understand that, but I'm just saying it. But you getting the characters switched around. The characters should be Chris was Debo, and Will was goddamn the other character.
Chris was Debo. Okay.
He's saying that Chris.
Now you getting it. Now you getting it. Wait.
Listen. What scene did Chris Tucker walk up and smack Debo?
He did in 216 after they had a conversation about why they wasn't gonna show up to Oscar. He went in on him heavy. And that was a private conversation, bro.
Mm-hmm. That happened.
Nothing in
so that's where the bullying
216 had
started
nothing
right
to do
there.
with it. The only way that I could,
You see what I'm saying, Game
the only
Changer?
way. Hold on, real quick. The only way. Whoa, can y'all hear me? Hold on, real quick. Hello? Okay. The only way, and I probably missed some of what Shannon said when I was getting coffee, but the only way that I can give Chris Rock some culpability is that
5%,
if Will hit him up on some cool stuff and he was cool about it and he asked him not to do it and Chris Rock agreed, I got you, man, we good, I ain't gonna say nothing, and then he and then he did it anyway. Then I understand Will Smith being mad, but if Will Smith came at him on some bully stuff, like you better not say nothing about my wife, and then Chris, I understand Chris Rock being on some, no, I'm gonna say it anyway. So either so that way I won't. But I mean, if he agreed not to, and they left that conversation in good spirits, but then he betrayed him, then okay. But I don't. The evidence that happened is not really there. It's just not there.
Well, is it, Bernard? Is it? Because here's the thing, and this is where I'm kind of understanding OG in his point, because as soon as he said the joke, he was like, "Oh, what do you? Come on, that was an easy one. Why do you need what's the need for saying that blurb if you know that you didn't automatically betray or do something that you had no business doing?"
Oh, no, I know exactly. Well, I interpreted that. Excuse me. Prior to this conversation, I interpreted that as he looked at Jada Pinkett and saw Jada Pinkett looking.
That's what I was saying last week.
Looking like that.
Last week, yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, come on, that was a that was a good one. It was that it wasn't that big of So yeah, I think that's what that
wasn't
was.
a biggie.
Yeah, I think that's what that was.
That's what he said. And I'm telling you, he said that due to the point that there was a conversation and he knew that was not coming off the teleprompter. That's when he slid in. So you got to understand, sometimes these shows have 13, 14 writers, right? And this stuff is rehearsed, his jokes, everything. Now, he has a free will to slide one in and here and there, but I'm telling you that one was slid in to nudge Will. And then another thing, y'all got to understand what a nervous laugh is. Everybody keep trying to make out this laugh he looked at over. Why are you not talking about when he smirked after he slapped the shit out of him? It was the same thing. It was the same thing. It was an actor's laugh.
I can agree with you that Will Smith, even if he did, I said Smith, I can agree with you that Will Smith, even if he did feel some type of way about the joke, that he decided to play it off. I think actors a lot of the times they be feeling some type of way if somebody make a joke about one of their insecurities and they just just give a little fake actor laugh and then but they feeling some type of way about it. That's possible. But based off everything that we saw, he laughed. He saw his wife get mad, and then he wanted to get up and fight.
Into that, Bernard. Somebody directed you in there, but they didn't direct you into when he smirked out. You seen that smirk he put on, that smile laugh he put on, pull up his pants. It was the same shit. It was like he was not.
One of them was a laugh. One
he
of
was
them
not
was
happy at that moment when he did what he did.
No,
he was
J
not
Speed.
happy.
J Speed, I think you got the Friday analogy mixed up.
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
No, listen.
If you gonna talk about them two characters, who was the one who was always
Go ahead, GC.
nudging the other person? Took the man change. I mean, took his change, took his bicycle.
That's my point. That's my point. That was Jada.
No,
In this
that was
analogy,
not.
that was Jada.
Y'all
They
don't
both
like
bald.
Jada. Y'all don't like Jada. See, that's the problem.
They're
Y'all can't
both
see
bald.
clear.
What are you talking about? All right.
You can't. Y'all don't like Jada at all. That's
No, I
just what I'm
don't.
saying.
You don't like Chris at all.
Oh, but you know what? I didn't always.
Everybody
feel that
hates
way.
Chris. They talking
I
about
got
you.
reason. I got reason. I got reason for it. I got reason for it. When you sit
I
around
know
with
you
two
do.
white men, when you sit around with three white men and y'all jumping and slapping each other knees about the ninja word. See, I'm gonna have a problem with you, bro.
You not liking Chris shouldn't affect your analysis.
No, I'm just saying. That's what I'm telling. What's the
You're
name?
biased.
Well, if he can have opinion on it, and I can have opinion on it. It's not. It has nothing to do with the bias. I'm just telling you. What goes around, come around. If something predicted somebody go get hit by a rock, then that's gonna have to be a person throw a
so
rock.
a joke back in a joke back in 1998 is what you got a vendetta against Chris Rock for.
No, this was not a joke about 1998. It was a series of things that happened for years to build up to this. Even from the time he had Will Smith's wife on his show, his talk show, and gave her a bottle of champagne, and told her, "We're giving you this for not mentioning Will Smith's name in this interview." Now, y'all got to
That's a
understand.
good joke.
No,
That
was not just a joke.
The reason, hold on. The reason that's a good joke is because Jada Pinkett Smith, even though she did have a promising career at one point, but the best thing she ever did for her career, which wasn't a career move. I mean, she married Will Smith, and Will Smith became one of the biggest actors ever. And so her connection to him is the only thing that's keeping her relevant. So that's a good joke to say, hey, you made it through an interview without mentioning the one person who keeps you relevant.
But they wasn't married, Bernard. Bernard, they wasn't married. That's what I'm saying. Do you understand?
They got married in 97. When did Chris Rock
They was
have that
not
show?
married when she was on his show. They was not married. It was 3 weeks before they married. Yes, it was, sir. 3 weeks before they married.
Even then, Will Smith was doing Independence Day and a lot of big major blockbusters.
I know, but I'm just saying
she was doing Woo.
Well, what show you say is a joke? I would say it was something else.
I'm typing in Chris Rock show, and if that show was not out in 97,
I got emergency going on in my house. I'll be right back.
Okay, emergency. You the emergency. But anyway,
He about to go slap somebody.
Yeah, he be looking after elderly people that's on medication, and I don't know how he. Okay, so when did he say?
Fox showed up to his door. That's what happened.
Okay, OG may be accurate just in the timeline because they got married in 97 and Chris Rock's show started from 97 to 2000. So the timeline may be right when he say they wasn't married, but that is still a normal joke, man. He's trying to trump up everything Chris Rock ever said about them. Like that's a normal joke. A woman just married the biggest, one of the up and coming biggest stars in Hollywood, and now she's doing an interview about something that got something to do with her career. But to make it through the interview and not mention that she about to marry the biggest star in Hollywood, that's a fair inbounds joke. And he trying to make it seem like that was a big deal. LG be throwing his back out reaching sometimes. He really do.
Yeah,
he really
don't like Chris. Like the bias is apparent. He hated Chris for when was 1997? That was 35 years ago.
The joke,
or 25 years ago.
When I'm trying to find out what year did Chris Rock make the joke about the Civil War in Black America? One side is black people, other side is niggas. I don't know when he made that joke. I don't know what year he made that joke.
It was a long time ago, Bernard. That's the thing. But he holding it, which means that it's okay.
Not only is he holding it, he's trying to make
so long.
He's trying to make Will Smith hold it too. He's trying to make Will Smith angry about it.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong, son. I get it. Like, I'll be biased. Say if that was Jeremy Miller, right? If that was Jeremy Miller, I would be biased because you know why. But it wasn't.
Chris Rock
my opinion wouldn't matter in that case. But if he made that phone call, and this goes to the brother at the bottom, if he made that phone call, then he is Debo and Chris Rock would be Red. Because they started off as pseudo friends. Remember you borrowed my beach cruiser? It's really like both of ours. We'll just keep it at my house. You know, like it's really just like that friendly shit, but it's like the moment you say something that he disliked, you know, he gets knocked the fuck out. That's what Will does.
Yeah. Bring the pain.
People say he's an asshole. People say that he do stuff like that.
Shout out to Alan Roger Curry, who came up, another Hollywood insider, came up here and said, yeah, Will Smith is a bully. He used to bully people because ARC used to work on the set of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And he said Will Smith used to be bullying other cast members, going off on them in front of the live, you know, right in front of the live studio audience, saying things like, you know, I'm going to get you fired if you know, for doing A, B, and C, you know, going off cussing. Yeah, and he did get somebody fired. So
shout out to dark skinned Aunt Viv. Exactly.
Yeah. So everything that you're saying about the bully stuff, yeah, Will Smith has done some bullying according to people that have been close. But Sodomy Clown in the building says, I would have never joked about her bald head. I'm way classier than that. I would have joked about all the dudes that ran up in her. Absolutely.
And you can also joke about the kids that ran up out of her. I mean, why? Oh. Well, I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna let that go.
All right, real quick. Judella's in the building says, in comedy, everyone is fair game. If not, it won't be comedy. He knows he failed to protect his wife, therefore he feels the need to now overcompensate. What do you mean by he failed to protect his wife?
What does that mean?
I have no idea what you mean by that. When did he fail to protect her? She's the most protected woman on earth, as far as I could tell. But car designer Chris in the building. So now we just not boys. I'm not jumping on stage. Yeah, there you go. That's the proper adult response to a situation like that. Spiritual Logic, aka Hawk, in the building. Drop that brother's link in the chat room. Be forgetting to do that when people content creator super chat. Drop that link in the chat room for them. But spiritual and chill. Hell, RM, if you listen to the moderators, y'all drop Shannon Rao's link in the chat room as well. Spiritual Logic, aka Hawk, in the building, says actors are hired people. That said, they sold their soul to the devil, promote LGBTQ rituals to get fame. I think he means fame. He said frame. To get fame, destroy their kids for money. Yep, people expect virtue or truth. Thank you for the super chat. Do appreciate that. Yeah. Back at it. Oh, and right there, while I'm looking, he says failed to protect her from August. Okay, now I see. Don't throw around that word protection because it's a different context with the people that normally use protection. That's I don't know if that's a fail to protect. I don't even know what to call that one. But all right, all right, man.
So yeah, what you're describing, brother, it seemed like Will was on some of his bully shit, and Chris wasn't having it. He's like, okay, I'm gonna poke the bully a little bit. I'm gonna poke him, just like when Red asked for his bike back. Yeah, Pop's tripping. He poked a little bit, and yeah. So now he outed himself as a bully. That's even worse.
Yeah, but let's keep in mind, like I don't think Shannon said, if I didn't miss, unless I missed it when I was getting coffee, I don't think Shannon said that he know some insider information that it was a call between Will and Chris.
No, we're talking
before
I'm talking
about before the 22 Oscars. Jay Speed is saying, who's known to be biased, is saying, no, there was a call, and I know because I know, and just believe me. That's what Jay Speed is saying. So it's really no evidence of the call. But if it was a call, then okay, that call, like I said, if it was a respectful, peaceful call and Chris Rock agreed to not do it, then did it anyway, then I understand Will being pissed. But if it was on bully energy, then I understand Chris Rock doing it anyway.
So it's always peaceful at first with bullies. It's always peaceful. That's how bullying work. Like Debo, he said, hey, let me borrow your bike. That's peaceful, right? Like, let me borrow your bike, and then they keep this shit and wait for you to step up. Like that, it always starts off peaceful. Like when the mafia goes into like a local Italian business, and then they say, hey, we want to protect you from, stuff. we don't want things to happen to you or your family, so we're going to offer you some protection. You just got to give us a little bit of money. That sounds friendly, don't it? It sounds real friendly, don't it? It sounds friendly until you don't do the shit that they ask.
Yeah.
That's how it works. It comes off friendly, but it's not. It's bully shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You how about let us get 10% of all your profits. We'll make sure your daughter makes it to school safe every day.
Exactly. It's bully shit. Will Smith, no, this was a polite conversation. No, nigga's a fucking bully. Because think about it, he always fuck up people. Like, how come he like super rich and famous and DJ Jazzy Jeff ain't shit? I'm telling you, he been fucking up people their whole life.
Oh man, yeah. One thing, Adam Sandler put all his boys in his movies.
Exactly. So do like Jonah Hill and his crew. But Will Smith, you never see the same person twice. When was the last time you seen Hillary Banks? She could have been like an extra in something. She wasn't even a zombie. Like she was never on anything ever.
Yeah, DJ Jazzy Jeff could have been the guy that worked at the post office in Hitch that had 3 lines. I don't even know if that person exists, but hypothetically, yeah, he could have just had him play a little role like that. But anyway,
he could have been like a voiceover on Men in Black. He didn't give DJ Jazzy Jeff shit.
Yeah, why DJ Jazzy Jeff couldn't play one of them aliens?
He didn't give him shit ever. And that's because he did that. You saw my blinker, bitch. See, that's how it starts. Will Smith tell you to do something friendly. He told DJ Jazzy Jeff, okay, I'm gonna friendly tell you, don't say cuss words on your records. It's like, I'm a grown man. I say what I want to. And then he fucks up his life. He's an asshole like that.
All right. J Lock in the building says, breaking news on social media. T.I. went on stage confronting a comedian about his allegations and took the mic from her. That's a real thing?
Yeah.
I seen it. I looked it up when I seen that.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That I didn't know. I'd be late on everything.
He snatched the mic out of her hand. That's the part that everybody's freaking out about. It's like his aggression just went up there and give me that mic because she was talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's he's doing his comedy thing now, his whole stand-up comedy thing. So I guess I was gonna do. I didn't do a reaction on it, so I figured.
Wait, you said who's doing stand-up comedy now?
T.I.
What?
No, he's not. No, he took the mic from a comedian.
No, I know, but from what I understand, he's doing actual he's telling jokes. Really? Yeah. Just lightweight shit. He's not trying to be the next Eddie Murphy, but just lightweight, just another thing to do. I guess maybe he's bored with rapping or the fucking the trap museum. I don't know, but that's what I found out. So
that's crazy. That's
now,
crazy.
Apparently, something over an allegation. I hate people that put out allegations, so I didn't want to entertain it. I seen it when J Lock said it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now we about to wrap this thing up. I was gonna let OG J Speed speak again, but I think he probably got one of the people that he look after. That's probably when it went crazy. But all right. So we about to get up out of here. I'd like to thank everybody who participated in the show in any way, shape, or form. Whether you like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat, the Cash App, or whatever you did. I don't think nobody hit the Cash App today. But no. But either way it go. Thank you to everybody. We had definitely a good show. All the new subscribers in the building, because I do see my subscriber count just went up, closing in on 10,000. Got like 55 more to go to hit 10,000 subs. So if you're listening and you're not subscribed, go ahead and help a brother out and help get me there. But overall, either way it go, I'd like to thank y'all. We are out of here. Peace. We gone.
Peace.